Yeah. Sorry, excuse me. My apologies. I was bringing myself back into the world right now. I was sourced and powerful, as they say. You know? No, mango on a fork. Yeah. How you doing, chat? Good to see y'all. Hope things are going well. Hope you're going well. Can I see some more White Among Us gay sex, if you don't mind? Please? Absolutely fantastic. Incredible. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Sex with a man? You don't need to tell me twice, boss. Good. Good, good. I've chosen you to become gay. You are now gay. It's like, you know, you're walking in the street with a buddy of yours and your hands touch. And it's like, well, I'm not gay, right? You are. You are gay. It's one of my favorite videos from like 7 years ago, give or take. It's just Stephen Young from like Walking Dead fame just saying those lines, and it always throws me off. I don't know why. I think it's just because of the way he says it. There's just some level about it. It gets me. But hello, chat. Long time no see. You know, long time no see. How you been? I'm standing up right now because I don't really have a reason for it. I just am, you know. I'm just standing up because I want to stand up for a little bit, for like 30 minutes, give or take. Oh yeah, that's right. Peepo space. Yeah, you got some Peepo space on the shirt. Yes, indeed. Hell yeah. There's a little bit of that. Yeah, that's true. Cap, you don't have legs. They got me. I'm actually standing on my stubs of my body on a chair right now. Caught. His head is so close to the ceiling. The head looks like it's close to the ceiling because of the camera lens. You know, like you see, and it's facing in a certain direction. So if I were to like walk over here, I'll slowly get shorter. See? And then he gets bigger. It's like it's a neat little like optical illusion thing. I don't know. I mean, what about the door? Doorway? I don't know. It's just, you know, it's not that, nowhere near the top of the ceiling. Nowhere near the top of the ceiling. Yeah. This is my feet are out. Sorry. Whatever. Fuck you. Oh, we gotta turn alerts back on. I forgot because we took the alerts off during the Squire stream because it kept saying nice cock bro, and well, you know, like, you know, they don't always want that. Hey Aiden, thank you so much for the dono. Appreciate it very much. Seraphim, hey Bricky, I got Dante Payne. It might be the best Space Marine sculpt. It's pretty good. Have you thought about playing AOS? Nah, probably not. Too many, one hobby at a time, please. Hey Bricky, I just want to announce I won my first Warhammer game, played as Salamander versus Night Lords, which I found poetic. That is very poetic. People who blind children, or people who help blind children, and people who help blind children. It's a good combination of the two. Very, very opposites of the folks, but congratulations, good game. Hell yeah. Do I still have the Squire throne? I do. I have the Squire throne, I have the golden mouse, I got the whole nine. It's out in the other room right now because, you know, just I don't want to bring it in at the current moment, but it's fine. Yeah, no, it's good. I just love how awful it is. What? Wait, what? We love how awful what is, Theta Bug? Like the throne? Like the big golden throne or something else? Also, hey, Fly Away Blood Elf, thanks for the prime. Appreciate it. You know, I know AOS is good, but like I can only play one of those systems at one time. Glorp Feet, this fucking emote. Oh, okay, Glorp Feet's a pretty fucked up emote. You want to know a great new emote we just added? Vindicta. All caps. Truly an incredible new emote to the stream. Absolutely fantastic. You can see even the YouTube viewers who don't have 7TV can see it here and they know what's going on. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good morning, gamers. Good morning. But yeah, Flyway Blood Elf and Local Waver, thanks for the subs, and you too, Jake the Orc. Chat, we have mostly kept to our promises. I promised that we would do a schedule and stream every Thursday. No, I didn't. Every Tuesday. We have so far pulled it off. It is in fact Tuesday. I also said I wanted Tuesday to be really long stream days. That has only sometimes been the case. That one's a little bit less common. Today is going to be one of those a little bit less common ones. Today is probably going to be a 4-hour Andy, give or take. Maybe a 3-hour Andy. Not as long today, but it's still going to be, you know, stream regardless. The main reason for this is a couple of things. I am going up to Vancouver in a couple of weeks to maybe play Warhammer with some certain people, and like maybe I've played before, and last time I went to Canada it was definitely a bit of an issue, so there is that. We'll see, which also means that I maybe need to make sure I get my stuff painted in time. That's also a big part of it. Also, we have a pretty big announcement thing that I've been working on that is going to happen next week. I can't discuss it. It's very much under wraps, but we got a bit of a thing that's been taking up a lot of my time. And because of that, I'm probably not going to have a full stream thing. But there's a cool thing happening sometime next week. I won't tell you when, but you'll know. You'll know. You know? You'll know. Then why discuss it? I'm explaining why I don't have the time to have super long streams today because of the fancy thing next week. That's why. Fursuit, you got me. You got me. Damn. Bricky OnlyFans, only bricks. Yeah. But no, it's good. Couple other interesting things I wanted to chat with you all about. Hey, first things first. You know, I feel like in the modern day, people have such a very difficult time being wrong, more than back in the day. And I think it's somewhat because of social media, because like being told you're wrong over that versus being told you're wrong face to face prompts anger from one and discussion on the other. Mostly discussion, not always. You know what? Silent Hill 2 remake looks great, and everyone seems to love it, and I had no faith. It looked like it was gonna be dog shit. It looked like it was gonna be dog water, and everyone says it's awesome. And you know what? Fuck yeah, that's so cool. Like, I'm so, like, it's so cool to be wrong about that, you know? It feels so cool to be wrong about that. Bluebird did it. Yeah. You know? Like, sick. Glad to be wrong. Overwhelmingly positive is insane. I don't know what percentage does it go away from overwhelmingly? It's like 95 and up, right? So if it goes down to like 90 up, it's like very positive, I think. I don't quite remember exactly the time amount, but that sounds about right. I didn't realize it's only a 5%, but I love seeing some folks seethe about the success, even though I have absolutely no horse in the particular race. Well, it's always funny to watch people get upset about things that don't matter, because then you can kind of like do smoking duck gif and just be like, stupid. You get to see yourself as superior, which is fun when they deserve it. Like opinions about a video game, you know, the thing that like matters the least in the world. But yeah, no, it looks great. It looks great. Seems like I and many others were wrong. I still need to play it, obviously. So maybe I'll play it and be like, this blows, but I don't think I will. It looks good. I will say, though, it's just like, it's more of an observation, not a bad thing. The success of Resident Evil 2 Remake has had excessive knock-on effects in the games industry, in the survival horror industry. Resident Evil 2 Remake has redefined an entire genre of survival horror in the last like 5-10 years. When did it come out? 5 years ago? 5 years ago. It's kind of funny because like that got really, really big, and then well, Dead Space also is kind of part of it too. But like Alan Wake 2 went very Resident Evil 2 Remake. Silent Hill's New Perspective is very much the new, you know, RE2 Remake. I mean, I'm pretty sure the yellow paint thing came from Resident Evil as well, didn't it? It wasn't RE2, that kind of came from that same thing. Or maybe, no, God of War didn't have the yellow paint much. It's kind of funny. It's had quite the knock-on effect. God of War had a little bit of it, yeah. But I think it was less paint, it was like ropes and shit. RE7? RE7! You're right. And then I think Uncharted 2, actually. That's a good point. Uncharted is a great point. Uncharted had a lot of that. At least in 3 and 4. Mostly 4. I think Last of Us 2. Not the yellow paint discourse. Gamers don't realize how fucking stupid they are and why it's necessary. Yeah, that's the pill that I don't think gamers are quite ready to swallow, is that the yellow paint is there for a reason. I think the problem is that it's become so like ubiquitous that they want just to look at something different. You know, because you know, on the one hand of yellow paint is gamers not knowing what the fuck is going on. The other end of yellow paint is God of War Ragnarok, where they just shout at you the whole time to like do the thing and don't give you any time to actually think. So, yellow paint isn't necessary at all. Yeah, it is. Yeah, if you can't, I mean, not like literally yellow paint, but signifiers. The yellow paint does not mean always yellow paint. It means thing, signifier of direction. You know? It just happened to be yellow paint for a while. That just happened to be the choice. I think the yellow paint thing is one of those things where you don't realize you want it until it's gone. You know? It's like editing. You get really, you know, you don't know it's bad until it's missing. And then you're like, oh, fuck. That would actually be a really good test. That'd be a great test, wouldn't you think? We took 20 people who have never played Resident Evil 2, and we got rid of all of the yellow paint for 10 of them, and the other 10, we kept it. And then see how they enjoy the title. That'd be a cool test. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, yellow paint lets me know when to turn the opposite way for secrets. That's true. That's true. I wonder what the I mean, it's there for a reason. There's data, you know? You know, there's obviously data for that at some point. I gotta be honest though, of all the discourse, why that? You know? Like, of all the discourse, it's such like a nothing discourse when it comes to game stuff. You know? Like, I feel as if it's like one of those, it's just kind of one of those things that's like, that's the thing that we're upset about? People feel infantilized, I guess? Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe a little bit, but like, depends on the fucking game. I felt infantilized with God of War Ragnarok, 100%. But like, in Resident Evil 7, I could give a fuck. I think it's a bigger part of hand-holding discourse. It feels more like a scapegoat for hand-holding discourse, yeah. It's like the easiest thing that you could point to, because it's the first thing that like comes to your mind. It's the yellow paint stuff. I always remember like, I mean, I don't know, back in the days, it was a giant arrow. You know? Back in the day, it was a big fucking arrow. So, I don't know. I think it depends. I think the answer is simple. It's not, you know, removing is not the right call, but there's got to be something there instead. Bricky old. You know what I really do like? This kind of came around, at least maybe it saw more mainstream popularity in The Last of Us when it came out, but back in the Naughty Dog era, I remember this because I went through all of the games again, right? Uncharted 3. When Uncharted 3 had a QuickTime event, like you walked towards a wall and you had to press a button, a gigantic fucking triangle symbol appeared in the bottom right corner of your screen. It was enormous. It was like this big on the screen. It was huge. And then I think when because they moved to Last of Us and they decided to go a bit more like grimdarky, you know? And so they changed it where the symbol was attached to the item, you know? So if you wanted to open up like a fucking, like a garage door or something, you would see like the little symbol go to a circle on the handle of the door, and then you'd press it and then you'd go grab the door, right? And Uncharted 4 did the same thing. And I always really liked that kind of thing because it's a little bit, it feels more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's kind of hand-holdy, but in a different way. It's like, this is interactable, but like by going towards it, it naturally goes there so that you realize like, oh, it's interactable. You know, it's a little more subtle, it's a little more immersive, it's a little more authentic. That being said, I have on occasion gotten, I think it was mainly in Last of Us 2. 1 was a little bit more linear. 2 had some bigger spaces, and I did get lost a bit in the second game. Because even with that, it's fine, but a lot of the combat areas were pretty big, you know? They were pretty large, but for the most part, I was eventually able to find my spot. Dead Space trail was peak. Yeah, that's the weird thing, right? Because like you play Dead Space 1 and no one will ever have any complaints about the hand-holdiness of Dead Space 1, but you literally go like, meow, and then it's just a giant trail going exactly where you're supposed to go. So I don't think it's about hand-holding. I think it's about, it's just about like how it looks, how it feels, you know? Because no one gave a fuck about that. You just open it and you just go, whoop. Oh, there I go. That's the word I'm looking for. Presentation. That makes you a villain, not a super one. Yeah, presentation. That's true. And it makes sense for a sci-fi thing, you know? I gotta be honest, I got lost here and there, actually more than I expected when playing Space Marine, but you just press the, whatever it's, the menu button, not like start, but the other one, and then it has like the auspex, and it just has like a big arrow. You're like, oh, cool, there. It makes it a little bit easier. Well, Dead Space is also Dead Space, you know? It's also a little bit different. I got a couple things I want to read here. Ridley, yeah, I know you were a huge believer in the game in the beginning, and I was definitely not I was a bit of a doomer, but I was wrong, and everyone seems to love it. Also, hey, Goldflare and Baron, and Born to Fish, thank you for the resubs. Mystic Wanderer, Brookster, do you shoot cement? Yeah, you shoot like ropes like cement. Also, Tenzin, thank you for the dono. Brickman. Baron, I would love to do a deep dive on those quality of life improvements like confirm hit markers and shoot games. It's shooter games. Yeah, you know, hit markers. I mean, I think for the most part in a competitive game, you like your hit markers because you need the feedback. Not competitive, like a multiplayer game, because you need your feedback. Though I won't lie, I don't know when they started doing this, but they started making hit markers or, hit markers. They started adjusting it in two different ways. Headshots normally have a different effect, and kills have a different effect. And that's been kind of neat. It's been kind of, because like sometimes when you shoot, because it's like Overwatch, for example. You fire at something, it makes a sound. You fire at the head, it goes like a ding 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 ding. I remember specifically in Call of Duty World at War back when they would hit markers, but if you got a headshot kill, it made this huge this loud shit, Oh, yeah, the Battlefield 1. Well, it definitely didn't start in Battlefield 1, but I remember Battlefield 1 having a really thick hit marker, and it was hot. Yellow painted brick for Halloween. Yeah. What if we, painted a bunch of yellow paint, or, fake yellow paint all over, the entrance to the haunted house, or whatever, or something for Halloween, and then, it points to the candy bowl? That'd be funny. Oh, that's right. Hey, Q, thank you very much. And Twitcher and Foxy, thank you for the resubs. The only yellow paint I need is the paint I drink while trying to paint Lamenters. The fact that you're trying to paint Lamenters is insane. But yeah, hit sounds are good too. But I mean, like, I think, I mean, hit markers have been around forever, but I think they got really, really, really popular in Modern Warfare 2 because it became like a meme, you know? They were always around. They were good. But in MW2, the hit marker sound is like iconic. And it became part of the MLG montage irony, which ended up cementing itself in a lot of culture, I would say. We could just go Unreal Tournament about it, just yell headshot. That's true, that's true. Just screaming out of the top of their lungs. Bricky, it occurs to me the hilarity that I saw your past videos, but it wasn't until the VTubers I watched interacted with you that I learned you streamed and became a fan. You know how many times I've met someone who has come to the stream and then they'll eventually realize that I did some fucking video series back in the day that they didn't realize at the time? Like the So You Want to Main League of Legends stuff, or the Dead by Daylight case files, or the Warframe fast frames, or something like that. And then it's just like, what the fuck? All the time. It happens all the time. It's so funny. Bricky has 40k lore, man. Are there any good Adeptus Sororitas focus books you can recommend? Not really. I haven't read many of them because they normally don't have fantastic reviews. I guess maybe like Our Martyred Lady. It's an audiobook with Celestine and Greyfax. But besides that, I haven't gotten a chance. Luton swears by the Tribe of St. Catherine one, but I haven't read it yet, so I can't quite tell you. Hey, Brickster, I showed my dad he knows something about Warhammer, a Night Lord, and he thought it was Hordak from He-Man. What the fuck is Hordak? Alright, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. That's really close, actually. Holy, wait, hold on. Hold on, hold on. I hate how close that is. It's even the same colors and everything. That's wild. That's spot on. I'm starting to wonder if maybe GW took from that a little bit. When did He-Man come out? 1983. There's a damn good chance they may have taken from it. That's a very high chance. I mean, He-Man is basically Sigmar, you know? Like, it's just a Conan the Barbarian style character. So, I wouldn't be surprised, no. That's funny. That's really funny. Being any friends in Vancouver when I go? Not really. No, I mean, when I go, I'll be doing mostly work, but I don't really know any people in Vancouver. I'm not too familiar with Vancouver stuff. Just needs the lightning paint scheme. I mean, maybe the lightning becomes... I mean, does the guy cast lightning? I don't know what he does. I don't know anything about He-Man. Not at all. Hit up the Roach Lady? I don't think... I'm pretty positive she's like East Coast. So, I don't think that's happening. Hit up Northern Lion? Oh, of course, of course. How could I possibly forget? We'll just go out and say hi to NL. It's just that easy. We're all the best friends, of course. All streamers know each other. Hey, Rob, what's up? I'm back from my JP trip last week, and on the last night, I managed to find the Warhammer 40k cafe. Place is sick. Took too far to make pictures of the Titan figures they had display. I also bought a Necron coin. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Yo, is that Mortarian and Sugar Daddy? Thanks for the 3 months. And Dyson, thank you for the 2 months as well. That's funny. Just hover around Costco. You know, I'm like upset that I can't use Costco more than I would like. I love Costco. I'm a huge Costco fiend, but I can never utilize Costco because I'm single and I live alone. You know? It's such a great place, but you can like buy, you know, like, I don't know, if I go to Costco and I get like strawberries, I have to eat nothing but strawberries every day for like a week. Or else they go bad instantly. There's some things that I think I can buy there that are, you know, that last for a while, various kinds of bulk, but I just, for one guy, I don't know. Gotta get a vacuum sealer. Yeah, but that's like more work, man. It's just a whole bunch of more work, you know? Like don't get me wrong, it's great, but like, I don't know. Why would I go to Costco, save a marginal amount of money on bulk, to then spend all the time freezing and packaging it, when I could just go to Ralph's or something, or like Stater Brothers and just buy the same? Or buy the actual amount I'm going to use. Well, that's a you problem? I know! I'm talking about my experience. This is called chatting about life. This is how it goes. See, there's an answer to everything. There's an answer to every single one of the problems here. Buying bulk in Costco, going in, like, oh, well, why don't you share it with your friends? Why don't you go as a group? Why don't you do it with your neighbors? And there's a million options. But I'm not doing those, so I'm gonna bitch. It's how it is every time. It's like if you go to a restaurant, chat, and you're like, oh, the food here wasn't very good, I'll be like, well, yeah, you can just make it yourself. You know it's cheaper. You know what that's called? That's called a Redditor, and they're assholes. That is not how it goes. I feel like, you know, I can understand the concept of being out of touch in a lot of ways, but I feel like there's no more out of touch individual that responds to someone going to a restaurant and says, you could do that cheaper yourself. No shit you can, you fucking troglodyte. Of course you can. That's not the point. You don't go to a restaurant for those reasons. All right, Bricky, you're being demoted to second monitor status. No, please, I'm sorry. I'll do better. Please, I'll make all the food. You think I can make a creme brulee? That's true. That's very true. I saw that Remedy's Twitter retweeted a Signalis shitpost. Now my life is complete. You know, I mean, Signalis and Alan Wake share a lot of similarities in a weird way. It's just less gay. Which is why it will be a worse video game than Signalis. It's also cheaper to walk than drive. That's very true. Hey, Atomic Sheep, thanks for the prime. And you too, Egg 007. That's true. No, that's true. Truly, what is the true woke video game? It can't be Alan Wake. There's no lesbian sex, unlike Signalis. Damn. Have you guys checked out mouthwashing yet? I heard about that. I see people playing that game. What the fuck is mouthwashing? The hell is this cruelly squad looking ass shit? Short, fantastic horror game? I'll add it to my list. Ain't New Vegas the trans girl game? Listen, everyone knows that on the internet, the neurodivergent femboy Hearts of Iron 4 player will get the trans Fallout New Vegas fascist. Okay? That's how it goes. It's not my fault you came into my domain and you don't understand the rules. Alright? I expected you to know better. None of these words are in the Bible. Oh, someone beat me to it on the YouTube chat. Fuck. What about the Guilty Gear players? Yeah, I mean, they're already there. Someone said the funniest thing. It was like a tweet or something. It's like, they were like, hey, yeah, give me a moment. I gotta go take HRT and then I'll be good for Guilty Gear. Someone said, taking HRT to play Guilty Gear should be counting as doping. It's the funniest fucking thing I've heard. So we've gone from power washing through dishwashing simulator to mouth washing. Yo, what's up, Mike? How you doing, dude? This isn't Among Us or gay sex. Oh, is that true? Jabroni Mike? Chat, can you show him it is a wide Among Us and gay sex? Please? You must be enlightened. Fantastic. Squad. Squire, have sex with the Among Us cosplayer immediately. Fantastic. Fantastic. But no, mouth washing is it's pretty epic. Mouth washing is it's a game that's maybe. Silent Hill 2 seems like it's the game right now. Though I won't lie, Deadlock has still got its hands clasped around my fucking scrot, and it's pulling, brother. It's pulling. You know, it's going down low. I hope it doesn't keep getting its grip before we reach my knees, but I swear, it's just so much fun. I like it so much. I don't know why I just consider it that good, but it just really is. Another MOBA era. It won't be a MOBA era because there's too much. It has the exact same issue that every other video game has. That's a MOBA, which is you need to know all the abilities of every single character and how the map layout works and all that other shit and the item specifics to make it enjoyable, to understand it. So people who love Deadlock will only play Deadlock and therefore in between. And it will, you know, that whole kind of like that usual type of stuff. I just like it a lot though. It's just so much fun. You know, I just like it a lot. I enjoy it to a heavy degree, but it does have all of its usual problems. So, do you see the Play On guys will be in San Diego later this month? Oh, are they attending one of the tournaments? They also have the disadvantage of being actually 3D. That's like a weird thing too. The map is fucking horrible. The map in Deadlock is horrible if you just started off playing Deadlock. If you learn the map, it's not horrible. It's actually, and I don't mean to be rude, it's actually a skill issue. Once you understand the map and how to properly rotate, like every MOBA, you will learn it, and it will be a good thing to figure out. It is definitely a skill issue. There is one issue that I do run into, and that's just like spectating. Most MOBAs are, you know, esports stuff. They like to be esports stuff. Well, I thought there was money in it. There's not money in it, but there might be money in it. But the third person way about it and all of the stuff going in and out is just so hard to watch. And so it takes a while to figure out. And I don't know if it'll be very good as a spectator sport. MOBAs are horrible to spectate if you don't know a lot about them. I disagree with you on that one. I don't think they're horrible to spectate. I think they're great to spectate, but they're hard to understand. Like, Overwatch is really easy to understand because it's shoot other people and the score is on the top, but it's horrible to spectate because it's so fucking fast. I think MOBAs are pretty easy to spectate because you have the top-down understanding. But when a certain person is really fed and has a lot of items, you just don't understand what that means until you see them delete someone's health bar. And then you're like, oh god, Rengar found Draven, and Draven is now a fucking pace on the side of the wall. So I think it comes to that kind of thing. But, you know, for the most part, you look at a MOBA's map and you say like, okay, enemy base here, enemy base there. If people go to base, they're winning. If people have to go back from base, they're losing. And then kind of go from there. There's a reason why League is like the most watched spectator sport out there, because it is easy to watch. It's not very hard to like, because I've gone to League games, like tournament stuff with friends, brought them with me, and they figured it out relatively quickly. It took like 10 minutes because they knew what was going what direction. CSGO, I think, is also somewhat similar because it's like round based. And so, you know, you can see them all die. It's easy. But top-down isometric is very good. It's very, very good. Best esport, in my opinion, is Rocket League. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's just soccer, but cars. So that's true. And soccer slash football is like the most popular sport out there. So, you know, it is what it is. It's like it's pretty simple in that metric. God damn it, Nick, you're only ever in my chat unless you need something. Oh, hey, there's a message. I knew it. For Honor isn't horrible to spectate, but F playing that? Yeah, well, it's a fighting game, you know? Actually, come to think of it, that might be the only thing that's better when it comes to spectating is fighting games. Because there's a giant health bar on the top. And you might not understand a lot of it because of the usual, you know, combos and crap like that, but it's a thing. Watching Potemkin is such peak. What was that meme? I saw it was like a Balloons Tower Defense meme, and it was like, unwinding to play a nice bit of Balloon Tower Defense, and stay away from Potemkin, and then Potemkin runs up and Potemkin busters the Dart Monkey. It was something along those lines. It was a lot of layers. Sniper Monkey. There is no fun in For Honor, only depression. You're correct in both metrics. There's a lot of fun in For Honor, but also there's a lot of depression in For Honor. So yeah, Sniper Monkey. I love this stuff. Also, because Deadlock is inheriting the Team Fortress 2 players, it does mean that there's a lot of... I will never keep all chat open, if that makes sense. But they are, because of this, creating some of the best memes I've ever seen. Deadlock already has such a phenomenal amount of memes because it's inheriting some of the TF2 community. And I love it. I love it. You will never escape the Foxy Abrams Giga Cancer jump scare build or whatever the hell that's called. There's a lot of good ones. I'd like you to all see my personal favorite Deadlock meme of all time. Hold on. Give it a moment. It's loading. My Mo and Krill. That's a pretty good one. This is my personal favorite Deadlock meme. That's so good. That's so good. I love this one a lot because I'm a Dynamo main. But it's just the lash. It's just the blurry pile driver lash. It gets me, man. There's some really good ones. Where's that other one? Oh, here it is. Like, there's just so much going on here, you know? It's got so much happening. But it's so peak, you know? It's so peak. Oh, I love it. I can't forget my personal favorite. He's kind of quirky with it, chat. He's kind of quirky with it. I know. It's craziness. You love to hear it. No, but anyway, it's great stuff, you know. It's great stuff. I love it. Let's see. All right. I feel like most people use Steam charts to figure out how popular a game is, but that's super flawed. I feel like the best way to figure out popularity a game is the amount of memes and Rule 34 there is of the game. These are the two real popularity tests. Your logic is innately flawed. The main reason your logic is innately flawed is because the popularity of a video game and the attractiveness of the characters are two entirely different things, and therefore, the amount of Rule 34 of a game that is mostly unpopular might still be significantly higher than a popular game based on how sexy the characters are. You're welcome. Counterpoint, Concord, Broken Clock. 2B though? Do you think Nier Automata is not a popular game? Incorrect. There's only one Rule 34 picture of Mabibli's quest. Yeah, also, other counterpoint, Overwatch. It would be the most popular game on the planet. It is not. No, you can't just call Broken Clock when you feel like it. Yeah, I can. When you throw a single example that goes against the rule, I can. I do have a degree in fapology. Thank you very much. I think Cortana is the best Rule 34 content. Change my mind. Why would I change your mind? Why would I even take that into account? Why would I consider your opinion? You can fucking jerk it to whatever the hell you feel like. This is a free country. You know? You have the right, the democratic right. The founding fathers put it in the motherfucking Constitution. Amendment 34 directly stated, you can jerk it to whatever you fucking want, okay? And that's freedom. That's real freedom, okay? I don't care if you're dropped out, you got a PhD, you got a fucking undergrad, master's, bachelor's, I don't give a fuck. Whatever you have in fapology, that is a valid option. That being said, I'm a PhD in fapology, so I technically am above you. Fuck off. Torquing it stupid style. Or what if you're not American? Then you don't get to jerk it, sorry. It's not my fault. You decided to live in a third world country, so you get third world fap. All right? Enjoy the leftover Sears catalog that fell off of a shipping boat 45 years ago. Enjoy whatever that lace bikini they were using at the time. You can jork it, but you can only jork the top third of your dick. No more. I see that shit move down to the middle of the shaft, I'm calling the cops. Enjoy your communist pornography, you fuck. Is that trickle-down faponomics? Yeah, absolutely. The trickle-down faponomics will work just as well as real trickle-down economics do. So enjoy that. Oh, you got a license for that wank. Come here, you bugger. I want a little bit more, what is it? Australian, but oh well. Also, yeah, I mean, oh wait, hold on. Have you seen Diesel Knights? I have not. Diesel Knights, eh? I didn't spell diesel right, but I found it. 6v6, a 6v6 mech movement shooter set in a pulp-inspired diesel punk world. This is just Titanfall. Gotcha. Okay, it's Diesel Punk Titanfall. Wow, that is early. Okay, that is excessively pre-alpha. I'll look into this in like 4 years. Give it some time. This looks very not done. Yeah, we'll keep antagonizing you like a kid poking with a jellyfish. What? Oh, about Inscription? I mean, I know. You're trying. Doing your best. You're gonna try to get me there. Chatting. Monster Hunter World is a complete game. I don't want to talk about Monster Hunter. Every time I talk about Monster Hunter, it doesn't end well. There's always issues. Also, chat, I don't see much Rule 34 for Balatro, so your argument is invalid. I do see a lot of Rule 34 for Bloons Tower Defense 6, though, so your argument might be slightly valid. You know, on that conversation, on that statement, on everything you guys made, Philip Banks, your opening statement, on those statements there, I think we're maybe looking at it incorrectly. You know, I think the concept that Rule 34 is a signifier of popularity is not necessarily the right way to go about it. I think a game is popular, therefore there's more Rule 34 of it. I think we have the correlation and causation backwards. You know? Because a game becomes popular, there's your pipeline. Game becomes popular. Does game have attractive characters? Yes. Tons of Rule 34. Does game not have attractive characters? Or no, okay? Is the game massively huge? Yes, they'll find a way. Is the game decently huge? Yes, it'll be a little bit. No, you know, I always hear that. I always hear that same thing. No one's making Rule 34 of Concord. Yeah, no shit. What's the point, though? No one's making much Rule 34 of Battleborn either, or Paladins, or Paragon. Like, there was some back in the day, but like, I don't know, you gotta remember, Concord was alive for 2 weeks. The porn artist didn't have time. Meanwhile, Deadlock is not even out yet, is in closed alpha, and I've seen shit about Ivy I've never wanted to see before. And I haven't even searched for it. It just arrived. It's just there. That's also true. Chat, where is my NBA 2K Rule 34? Huh? Where's my Madden NFL 2025? You know? Where's my FIFA? You know? Just saying. Where's my Rocket League Rule 34? I mean, I know it's there. I know it's there, but like, you know. What I'm trying to say is that your argument has merit, but it needs adjustments. Your argument has merit, but it needs changes. It needs a bit of salt to taste. You got your mind in the right spot, but it's not quite there. You gotta adjust your data. Okay? You need a new system. What the hell is this, Mike? The Rocket League R34 involves dragons, unfortunately. Fuck, you're right. Damn it! He makes a point! It all seems like games that get massive amounts of Rule 34 end up falling off. League of Legends, Fortnite. You might hate Overwatch, but it still gets played a ton. Overwatch 2 Steam charts. Current 24-hour peak, 42,000 players. Like Dead by Daylight peak, 45,000 players. And that's just Steam, chat. Can't even think about how many people still have that on Battle.net. You gotta remember the difference between, the very important difference between a video game that's popular on Twitch and a video game that's popular. Very different. Very different. Do you guys know that right now, the 12th most popular video game right now is Naraka Blade Point? With its 24-hour peak being 318,000 people? It's China, chat. It's China, much like Wukong. Black Myth Wukong currently has a 24-hour peak of 244,000 players. You know, like it. You know, this is how it goes. The third most popular game currently on Steam is Banana. But that's because of crypto assholes. So it doesn't really count. You know? That one doesn't really count. But like, yeah. Chat, the 21st most popular game on Steam is Football Manager 2024. Football Manager 2024 is beating Rainbow Six Siege by 2,000 people. I'm actually more surprised by this, chat. DayZ has 42,000 players. DayZ is still around and like chunky. You know? I used to play so much DayZ. I like how Wallpaper Engine is the 14th most played game on Steam, which makes sense, you know? Hey, Mountain Wolf, thanks for the Prime. Captain Windfall. So maybe my take on R34 isn't fully accurate, but the flow of new memes is a better sign of how popular a game is than Steam charts. I think a flow of new memes is more related to the type of community it currently has, you know? Because, like, for example, For Honor, never a giant game, always has its issues, you know, the usual type of stuff. For Honor had some of the best memes I've ever seen, which is a little bit unfortunate because I've noticed this consistently across the board that the better the memes are, there's a higher chance that the people who are playing the game are like weird 4chaners. There's an intersection of the two of them. The memes tend to be really good, which is like, damn. Because then you got to share, because when you play the game, you have to share that group. But like For Honor, Team Fortress 2, Titanfall 2, Warhammer 40k, the memes can get really good. And it's just like, yeah, it's just like, damn, you know? Damn. Actually, let me pull back 40k. Most of 40k memes are dog water, but there are like gems in the rubble. I should roll that back a little bit. There are some gems in the rubble, but not a lot. Just like how League of Legends has gems in the rubble, you know? Like, League has so many memes that in pure volume, they have some of the best, but in percentage of good versus bad, it's mostly bad. The Dreadnought meme is my favorite. Yeah, so like, I have to admit, I really do appreciate the inclusion of new memes that came out of Space Marine 2, because finally we have a new meme we can kill to death, which is a Dreadnought throwing a statue and saying, "Hey, shit ass." That's good. That's funny. That's a new one. Love it. Great stuff. I cannot wait for that meme to be reposted over and over again daily for the next decade. Yeah, with like worse JPEG quality over and over again. Chat, you want to know the most funniest thing here? Number 13, 13th highest game on the Steam charts, War Thunder. Classic. Classic. Man, Crab Game is pretty up here too. Monster Hunter World is really high up there. Huh. The fuck is Cats? Is that another one of those banana games? Monster Hunter World is there reservedly. I just didn't expect World to be so high up. I expected, like, what was the most recent Monster Hunter? Isn't World kind of old now? Isn't, like, Rise the new one or something? Yeah. World is more liked than Rise? Ah, okay, fair point. That's crushing, chat. That's crushing, chat. I'm going to show you something that's going to hurt you. We lost the battle. We've lost the battle, chat. We haven't actually lost the battle, but, you know. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. We're number 40. We're number 40. Never mind. We've won the battle. 40th spot. Yes. Wait, hold on. We've won the battle. We truly are the Warhammer 40K. Let's go. Where the fuck is Magnus? He needs to know about this. Hell yeah. All right, we truly are the Warhammer 40K. Let's go. So it was all as planned. All as planned. To be fair, I was kind of bored of the same 6 missions over and over again. Oh yeah, that's why I was like, this isn't actually anything, because Overwatch is a live service video game that people play all the time with a consistent schedule. Warhammer Space Marine 2 is a game that people played the campaign of, enjoyed, and then played a couple of missions and stopped playing it. You know, Space Marine 2 is more of a campaign experience, or like a run through a couple of times experience than an actual live service game. Even though they're trying to make it one. I think. I don't know. It seems like, I mean, they have a season pass and stuff, so like, they kind of are. It's a little strange, you know? They certainly monetize it as one. Yeah, it's like $40 for that season pass or whatever. Kind of steep, honestly, because you're getting all the other stuff for free. And I think it's like cosmetics. I think entirely? I don't know. Yeah. All the gameplay stuff is free? Yeah, no, I like that. I love that, don't get me wrong. The gameplay stuff is all free, and that's awesome. But yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm more thinking like the consumer. I don't think necessarily that, you know, getting all the new gameplay stuff for free is bad, clearly not. But I'm like, well, what are you paying for? And what you're paying for seems like not much. Like some Dark Angels cosmetics and stuff, you know? I wonder where Cyberpunk is. Because I saw Baldur's Gate super high up. I'm kind of curious where Cyberpunk 2077 is. 28,000 players. Let's go. Still up there. Nice, nice. Did I miss it? Did I just like not see it or something? Oh, there it is, 41. Oh, it's literally right beneath Space Marine. It's literally right beneath it. Okay, my bad. My bad. Hey, Chrono-chan, Mountain Wolf, Rising Stag, Auto Equation, thanks for the resubs. Rezue, have been thinking, have you played Rogue Trader through? I have not played Rogue Trader all the way through. It really struggles after a period of time. And then eventually gets like a little bit just... it struggles. It struggles after some time. It's good. A lot of it's good, actually. But it struggles. I don't know. Rogue Trader is really close to that 40K game I wanted. With like the really good story and all of like really doing the setting I was hoping for. But it's an Owlcat game. And so it's not done. And it won't be done for years. And it really falls off after a couple acts. So... I don't know, man. It's like that, dude, that prologue, the first 2 hours of the game is phenomenal. Arguably the best, one of the best 40K experiences I've had. All the way till you take over the ship and you fix the whole prologue opening issue, right? It's so cinema. And then that first act, when you're with like with the Drakari, small spoiler, with the Drakari take the sun, and like you have to fight the one big boss at the end, and you recruit like Jay and I forget the navigator's name, Pascal, the Inquisitor, what's the navigator's name? Not Cyrene, it's fuck, I forget her name. Cassia, thank you, Cassia. I was confused with Cyrene because she was in the Word Bearers book. But you recruit them, like that whole opening is amazing, and the moment the Drukhari sun thing, etc., all goes away, it just falls off for me. It just falls right off. J is Act 2. Oh yeah, you're right. J is Act 2. My bad. Right around getting J and getting Ephralit, the Eldar. That's when it really starts to fall for me. I don't know why. I don't know. Uralet, thank you. Ephralet? Elfelt. I was thinking of Elfelt. I'm all fucked up, chat. It just falls off there. I don't know. Which is really unfortunate because, like, I'm sure there's a lot of reasons. It's Owlcat problems. The game isn't quite done. It's very complex. It's a bit of a pacing slog. And also, it came out right after Baldur's Gate 3. And, like, it's Baldur's Gate 3. You know? It came out, the same style of game came out after arguably one of the best video games of the decade. Of, like, all time. I will say, I think the combat really is quite the slog, too. There's a lot of, like, dumpster fights. So you know what throws me off specifically? Is that, unlike in Baldur's Gate 3, which ironically, my biggest issue with Baldur's Gate 3 is also the combat. It's not bad. It's just the slowest part for me. It's the part I enjoy the least. I do like it, but it's the part I enjoy the least. Rogue Trader feels like I have to do too much setup. You know? Every combat, I feel like I need to, like, all right, new combat. Buff, 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 buff. Enemy turn. Buff, 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 buff. Enemy turn. One shot the entire enemy, and then end combat. And then you just do it again and again and again and again and again. So, yeah, I don't know. I like you know, in Baldur's Gate, there's obviously a lot of buffing because that's what D&D is. But at the same time, you know, I play Baldur's Gate, and if I start combat, my first mindset probably will just be, oh, sick. There's a fucking goblin there. Ignis, die. And that's like a totally acceptable way to start the round. Because, you know, that's like the problem when it comes to all those games is that if an enemy lives, like especially on 1 HP, that's really bad. You know? That's the same way it goes with every single turn-based game, every single D&D type thing. You need to be, the thing needs to die. It's so much better to kill off an enemy as opposed to damage everybody. And so, yeah, it's just like you gotta roll with it, and that's less. That normally needs like lots of buffing, you know, because you want to get the one shot. And so it's like, you know, I don't know. It's a whole thing. It's just the way it is. It's not like a bad thing necessarily. It's just the way it is. And that's okay. So, hey, Brickward, have you been playing the new Darktide update? A little bit of it, not as much as I would have liked. I'm currently balling with my Zilla with an Eviscerator. Yeah, I mean, they hired me for that little commercial for it, and it's pretty good as far as I can tell. I'm not as like die-hard Darktide as other people are. Like I don't like grind it a ton. But every time I do hop back into it, I'm like, oh, this is pretty solid. It's also way easier to understand, which I like, and it gives more progression, which I also like. So it's good. Bricky, what's your opinion on kit bashing? If anyone has an opinion on kit bashing that isn't go to town, you should kick them in the nuts. What's up, CODY? How you doing? Oh, your name is Cody. That's good. That's good. Kisei, AFK Han, and Karo, thanks for the resubs. And yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just what it should be at the end of the day. Oh. For free? For going back to dick sucking height. Yeah, exactly. They're your minis. You spent the money on them, you do whatever you want. You know? Just understand the type of kit bashing you're gonna do. Don't go out there and be like, oh, I can't wait to do a kit bash. You know, how exciting. It's a great new kit bash. I'm adding giant cocks to all of my orcs. Because it's called, you know, wah, Mr. Bond, I'm gonna come. Like, you know, don't do that. But, you know, for the most part, kit bash whatever the fuck you want. That's the fun. That's the best time. That's why it's always enjoyable, you know? Yeah, oh, don't do that. Yeah, sorry, I know I'm a bit of a prude nowadays. Right, that's not like a Mel thing to do, because it's Mel. Of course it's a Mel thing to do. Were you gonna buy the ratlings for your army? Yeah, probably. Also, new tank bustas. New tank bustas. Amazing. That's so cool. Dude, they look so good. I gotta be honest. I know that some people in chat will do the exception that proves the rule thing here, but I think the minis that we've gotten in 10th edition are the best we've had in like forever, in like the last 3 editions. You know? And like, you know, as I mentioned, there are exceptions that prove the rule, like the Blood Angels, for example, like the new Sanguinary Guard. But overall, it's been great stuff. Really love it. Really, really love it. Yeah, Cotiez, another exception. But I mean, you look at all the models that have come out so far, and it's just, there's some sexy ones. Even some of the small updates, like the Gene Stealer cult one, for example, like that big brain boy, even he looks cool. Even if he's not, like, the coolest, even if they only got one new mini. You know? Heard you mention Deep Rock a few times. You ever thought of making a video on it? I have. Plus, I'm very excited for Rogue Core. I don't know what Rogue Core is, but I have considered about the video. Fuzzy3K, thanks for the Prime. Appreciate you. Did you see the Night Lord VC from Golden Demon? I did not. Hey, Burko, what are you hoping to see the new Emperor's Children release? A new Lucius, new Noise Marines, Fulgrim, some side unit variant. Probably Eidolon if we can pull it off. We don't need a new Bile. And then maybe like some kind of tank monster variant, like a Mutilus Vortex Beast, but for Slanesh. That's about the most those 6. That's about the most I'll expect. I feel like they're gonna go the World Eaters route, where it's just a whole bunch of other options, and then they mix in the rest of the CSM with them. So, Sonic Dreadnought would be pretty cool. I am barely starting to paint my World Eaters, and now with the Battle Force box for the Dark Angels, those Deathwing Knights are calling to me. Dude, they look so good. Oh my god, I forgot. All the Dark Angel stuff was this year, wasn't it? The new Deathwing Knights and the Inner Circle Companions. I think the Inner Circle Companions might be the best Space Marine models they've like ever made. They're up there. They're pretty up there, honestly. I mean, they fuck. They really fuck. Now, Templars are better. Well, Templars are pretty cool. I will give you that. But I mean, they are really cool, though. Was this edition also the one where they gave us all those brand new, like, Terminator models and stuff? It was, wasn't it? Because those updated Terminator models also look amazing. Damn, there's a lot of good ones. Zenthis, thanks for the Prime. And Redix, thank you for the Prime as well. Appreciate it. Hey Bricky, I thought of a little thing, probably haven't heard of it. Delta 5 Rings of Saturn. I've seen it currently player count hit 100 players once. What, well, what about it? Oh, there it is. It's a weird name. Oh, good God, it's one of those spreadsheet games. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Star Sector. Teeny bit. Oof. There's a lot of things going on there. It's a lot. Rogue Core is the roguelite spinoff of DRG. Oh yeah, I played that. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Bricky wears the Squire now. I miss him. Thanks, Stream Elements HQ, official Twitch channel chatter. I miss the Squire also. We still have his message right here. He will always be around. Oh, the roguelite spinoff for DRG. No, I played the Vampire Survivors one. Yes, you're correct. You're correct. Yeah, but it's right there. It's right there. Look. I can't summon him again. Unfortunately, the actor does not live in California. Well, I don't know that, but he doesn't live by me. I love talking about how much our models improved Dash Blood Angels player. Yeah, I know. I mean, in fairness, the Blood Angels models do look really good. They just could have been better. The Sanguinary Gar are the only ones that are like, oof. I do like Lamarty's, you know? Even though the ball gag is funny, it's like still kind of cool looking. Petition to make a Squire plushie so we can have him in the jar. I don't think we can make a plushie based on a fictional character played by an individual that does not have a license nor IP and also is sent to me via PC Game Pass. You gonna replay HoloCure again, Brickster? I had no interest in replaying HoloCure, but apparently a certain Maury Calliope is going hard into the Warhammer rabbit hole, and as I am apparently the bridge to a lot of VTubers getting into 40k, it might end up requiring an option. So she told the Acadians they could just go home. Okay, well that's not how that works. Damn you, Maury. You need to learn. There is no going home when the Emperor is involved. Mr. Fidel Cato. What a name. Thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you. Ridiculous. Just go home. You think the tide rises? You think the Acadians can't just sell their houses? She apologized on her second stream. What's she apologizing for? Telling because the Acadians are going home? When are we gonna get some Space Wolf love in Space Marine 2? My brother in Christ, you literally had a Space Wolf Deathwatch guy screaming his lungs off the entire first hour of the game. VTuber makes a Twitter, Bricky, I need to teach them. No. In fairness, I am completely blameless in all of this. That's not true. That's not true at all. In fairness, I have done nothing to create this. You know? The VTubers have sought me. I have not gone to them. I have never, ever made a single collab or found a person so that I can go teach them Warhammer. They have always come to me. Okay? They've always come to me. So I can't call myself blameless, as all the videos are there. Don't get me wrong. But in reality, you should blame the real person, which is Matarkon. Matara Khan of V Shoujo is, at the end of the day, the problem. She is the issue. She is both judge, jury, and the drama, and we should blame her more than anyone. It is kind of her fault when you think about it. You know? You can't blame me. I just wrote the instructional manual. A little bit. Is she still banned? It's a great question. I don't really know. Possibly. You always blame the roach, though? Yeah, it's because it's the facts. I only speak the truth. That's like saying, Bricky, you always call the sky blue. Well, that's just because it's what it is, my brother. That's all it is. You always call the grass green, the sun shine, birds fly, and brother, I hurt people. I'm a force of nature. Sanagi Yuzu videos have been pretty pog. Sanagi Yuzu. Is that just Yuzu? Oh, her full thing is Sanagi Yuzu. Oh, I didn't know that. I just know her as Yuzu. Yeah, I've met Yuzu many times. She's great. She also is doing stuff. She asked me if if I was down for, that whole stuff. The down to watch the stuff. And I was like, yeah, go to town. I've never heard Yuzu's full name before either. I just know it's Yuzu. Yeah, I know Yuzu. Chat, I gotta be honest, there are getting fewer and fewer VTubers I'm not knowing. At least of a certain size, because there are a million VTubers under a certain viewership threshold or whatever. But the people that I'm being brought around with and taught with and being go talk to them, I'm learning. The pipeline is real. The VTuber to Warhammer pipeline is real, and I think we could blame Matara Khan for that one. I think it's Matara's fault. I gotta be honest, I also feel like there's a little bit of Melody in there. I feel like Mel is a little part of that issue, too. I think there's a little bit of that. You're meaning the major Western VTubers? Yeah, that's a good way to put it. The major Western VTubers, yeah. I mean, I've always been a bit... not contentious. A bit, critical of idol culture, not just VTubing, but also K-pop, the whole nine, because it's kind of, depending on how far you go into it, can be kind of gross, depending on the company that's doing it and how parasocial the fans get and yada yada. And so for the most part, I haven't really, when I said this story a few times before, but I'll say the same story again. Before I was in this weird VTuber space, I looked at VTubers and I saw them all as idol culture-y, as JP Hololive stuff. And I saw that and I was like, ew. And then then it was hey, here's this VTuber person wants to do a thing. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll do the thing. And then I realized more and more about westernized VTubing and that kind of stuff. And I found the difference. And I kind of understood. I'm not saying, obviously, chat, that you're at all a problem if you Hololive and that kind of stuff, even though it is more idol-y, that's totally fine, even though, or is it Niji that's more idol-y? It doesn't matter. Point being, you like whatever you like, chat. I don't care about the things you enjoy. But for me, it wasn't for me at the time. But then as I started learning more of the westernized VTubers, learning more about that, I realized it was a lot more of a, hey, this is just a person who wants to play a character. And what the fuck's wrong with that? And so now I kind of have realized the error of my initial ways, and I'm a lot happier. Gamer drag. Fucking peak, my friend. Gamer drag. Holy. That's so good. But yeah, so I think it's a lot more appreciative with it. Plus, if you're the kind of person who doesn't really like the classic VTuber styles, i.e. more younger, childlike characters, higher pitched voices, things like that, I feel like you'd feel more at home with the westernized side of things, because they tend to Don't get me wrong, still plenty of that. But they tend to pitch up a bit more. You know? I mean, shit, look at, like, Matara. You know? Like, she's giant, like, bug mom. It's the whole concept. You know? It's totally different. So, you know, that kind of stuff. Like Chibi Doki. So Chibi Doki's funny though, because like, yeah, she's got like the voice and like the younger looking thing, but I've seen some clips from her and they seem so like degenerate in like a great way. And so it goes like across the spectrum where it's almost a subversion, you know? Or it's like a comedy sarcastic type thing. Yeah. Which I think is the subversion from it helps with the concept. You know? Chat, a different spectrum, not on the spectrum. Shut up. Yeah, so. Yeah, no, it's different. It's different. Uber degenerate VTubers are some of the best VTubers? It depends on what you're interested in. It's one of the things that I always talk about when it comes to reviewing video games and talking about video games in general, is that the medium of a video game is so fucking vast. It's so wild in all kinds of concepts that a 10 out of 10 game for one person is dog shit for another, because they're just way too different. Like, how can I ever recommend Signalis to a StarCraft 2 player? You know, or like Bloons Tower Defense 6 to a Halo player. Like, it's so varying that even though you may like the games, there should be no apprehension to understanding if they just don't like it. You know, the taste and the personal options are just totally different. And I feel like, you know, when it comes to streamers, that's the exact same way. And that's also one of the things that I think people got to remember, is that a streamer, an entertainer, a content creator of whatever kind, is aiming for a demographic. It is aiming for a niche. Now, you chat, for the most part, from what I can tell, of the about 1,000 people on YouTube, about 1,300 people on Twitch, of you 2,200 folks, most of you tend to aim in the 20s and higher age demographic. I think between 25 and 30 is the main thing. We're a little bit older than the average. How many of you have seen a Mr. Beast video or consistently watch Mr. Beast? I would argue very few of you. You may have seen a video once or twice, but like almost never, I imagine. Because it's just not your demographic, right? The demographic is just not us. It's much younger. And so you know, look at, I don't know, like a Kai Cenat, like a KCO or something like that. They have a very specific, dedicated audience. And sometimes you'll like go find a random streamer on Twitch and you'll be in the chat and you'll be like, this is not my demographic. This is not my audience, you know? Like, this is not for me. Some people like a lot more community-based groups. They like it where people have lots of conversations in chat, they back and forth. Some people like pure spam, like Forsen or something like that. Some people like the hive mind. I think Onigiri has a great hive mind chat, for example, where it's just like, you know, Northern Lion has a great hive mind chat as well, where, like, don't get me wrong, they communicate, but it's basically like every chat has 10 settings, and then depending on what's going on, the setting changes. +2, -2, I can't, wheeze, Peepo space, you know, Kek W, cinema, and it just kind of loops depending on what's what. Ohm for VTubers, Ohm is the big one, right? It loops. Huh? VTubers have more hive mind chats, yeah. They definitely are more centered towards the hive mind chat. You know? So, what does O mean, by the way? It's Omega lol, but it's really wide and it dances. You can see it right here on the screen. And then there's White Among Us gay sex. It's a 7TV thing. But it all depends, you know? For like a lot of people, for example, they want that personalization, which is why some people get sad when a streamer goes from 100 viewers to 1,000, because they lose that personability. But some people like the 1,000 one. Some people prefer the chat to bounce off the streamer as like a spam of emotes or things, and then kind of like, it's more, you know, it's more like, hey, if I'm sitting here with 100 viewers behind me and I'm chatting, the people behind me are like talking to me and I'm like talking to them, and it's like, oh, cool, back and forth. If it's 1,000 people, I'm sitting here playing, and you're out there in like the stands. You're in the stands, and then when I do something cool, you cheer and yell. When I do something stupid, you boo, and then back and forth. And so, you know, it all depends. You know, it all depends. Some people like one, some people like the other. I don't know. It depends on the atmosphere. Personally, as a streamer, I really like where we're at now, which is chat's quick, but not too quick. So if I want to like look over in chat, grab a chat that I like and discuss it, it's really good. But it's not too slow to where if I look over and see a chat I really disagree with or something weird, it'll be gone soon. And I can be like, okay, we can just let it roll. You know? And it's kind of like, all right, good. You know? If they keep it going, then we shoot the person in chat with a gun in the face. But it can be quick. I mean, you mentioned something about chat being reactive instead of proactive in chat. Yeah, that's kind of the type of thing that I find enjoyable, is that that comes with backseating video games. The main thing for backseating video games is I want chat to be reactive, not proactive. I don't want them to say things like OMG this part. I want them to say keck you when I get jump scared. If that makes sense. You know, it helps. It's the difference between like type A, type B chatters. Yeah, also there's that kind of type of deal. Chat speaking short sentences so it feels like it moves faster. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, it depends. You know, it all depends. Depends on the people. I mean, when we did, it also depends on what the content is. Right now, I'm chatting with you, chat, just doing like a nice back and forth, and it's awesome. It's simple. That being said, I feel like chat is more reactive and they're more hive-mindy when I'm playing with others. Because they're not talking to me, they're talking with each other, reacting to me. You know? Right now we're doing this in like a collab or something big. I'm here and you're like laughing amongst yourself, almost like you're watching a show. If that makes sense. The Cottontail collabs. Perfect example. Me and Connor is going back and forth, fucking shooting the shit, being like dumbasses, the whole nine. But then you, chat, constantly are reacting with like +2, -2, cinema, I can't, etc. You know? So it works out. It's great. You know, it's great. Holy shit, bro is yapping for 1.5 hours. You know, for a while, I used to like kind of dog on just chatting streamers. That was a couple of years ago, but I was like, oh, this is a place for gaming. But now that I'm here, it's just kind of fun to talk to chat. Like, it's just enjoyable. There's so much back and forth that I can get, and we have great conversation, you know? And I'm kind of like starting to get it. I don't want to, you know, maybe I blame the VTubers. I don't want it to be my main content. You know, I'm still playing mostly video games, but today I might just yap for another 1.5 hours, and then call it, because like I told you earlier, I got a really fucking busy Tuesday. But what's today? Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? It is. But like tomorrow, I have like a haircut in the morning. But after that, I might just hop on and play the new Silent Hill for like most of the day. That should be fun, you know? I might need a drink though, because I get scared really easily. Though Silent Hill isn't really a jump scary kind of game. I like Yap streamers. Michi will always be my Yap queen. Michi is fucking cool, man. I've only got a chance to hang out with Michi like twice. But both times she's got like such a weird but enjoyable energy. You know? She's kind of insane, but like in a good way. If that makes sense. It's more just, it's like unregulated, unfathomable, just girl power. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys probably haven't seen this, but she has a merch drop, right? She had a merch drop recently. It's on the Vshoujo store site or whatever. No way, Michi's new merch collection. And I checked it because I was curious, right? Because you know I do my own merch and things, and so I looked at the names of the items, and it's like, no way, it's a standee. That's the name of the standee. Huzzah, it's a shirt. No way I can twerk keychain. Based bundle lover, BBL. And like, it's just really loud. The description: the luckiest shirt ever. Pros may include, if you purchase this and wear it outside, you won't be called out for public indecency. Plus, everyone will think you're very, very cool, so extra aura points. Trust me, huzzah. Based bundle lover, BBL. You are so based and so true and so cool. You are probably the coolest BBL around. Get yourself a BBL this summer now and feel the looks coming your way. You will feel so good after this purchase. It's regret-free, shame-free, and very, very lucky to have. Congrats, you will be super based. For absolutely free, you will also get an Instax keychain where you can show off your very cool things with style. It's just like, it's just like, it's pure energy. Bro, look at her quote on the Vshoujo page. Isn't it like, I've hacked you or something? Steals your foreskin. Teehee oops, well you probably didn't need it anyways. :3. Got it. Got it. RG9000, thank you for the Prime. Mad Chicken, thank you for the Cadian. Thank you, thank you. Brian Elliott, hey Bricky, do you take game recommendations? I saw your videos and I was going to recommend Tunic. I've heard that Tunic is amazing. I think I actually have it downloaded, I just haven't played it yet. Gagants, thank you for the Prime, if I haven't said thank you. Kinetic Korean Escapist, Lord Skull, thank you, thank you. Baron Samedi, thank you for the 500 bits. So VTuber chats are Gene Stealer cult factions. Yeah, we're the cult of the metal brick. Also, I don't know if you've covered, have you seen the Halo announcement? Yeah, I have. It looks really good. I'm unsure. It looks so good. Like the Halo Unreal Engine 5 thing looks so good. I'm skeptical. They've gone like too far, you know? Like this is where we were at. Actually, I'll put it over here. This is where we were at. This is where I thought we would get, and they're here. And if they were here, I'd be like, awesome. But now they're here, and I'm like, that's really good. And also, like, this on the end here is the powder that makes you say real. Hi, Anders. Thanks for gifting a sub to DK. But yes. But yeah, Michi's cool. I also think her outfit design is really, really neat. It's very, like, psychedelic. Plus, she got that weird scar on her face. It's different. It's very different. And I like different. I mean, it's one of the reasons why Matara is so dope. You know? She's a fucking giant cockroach. You know? But, like, also, like giant cockroach mom queen. It's a very combo. Speaking of dope people, what's up, Cotton? How you doing? Nice shirt, bro. Your titties are out of this world. That's good. That's such a +2. Fuck. That's good. That's so good. Titties are out of this world. Damn. Got me out here blushing. All right. Call my ass a Sephora with the amount of blush I have. Caught in here to carry my stream again. Oh, geez, sure. I mean, a little bit. My viewers do go up like 700, so I guess it makes sense. Got him to cross his arms, just to hide them. Yo, where's the gay sex? Scammed. Chat, show them the gay sex immediately. It has to take a minute because, you know. Fantastic. Fantastic. Lord Razgriz, thanks for the tier 1 sub. You've been around for a while. I appreciate it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. What is a good... Chat, what's a good co-op horror game? Because I feel like if I'm going to do a collab with Cotton in October, that should be one of them. Cause I'm a fucking baby. I'm a terrified baby. I'm always so scared of these games. Actual horror or cinematic horror? I'm saying actual horror. Like real terror. Phasmophobia? Oh, Phasmo would probably be the one, wouldn't it? But we need 4 people for that one. Which isn't hard to get, honestly, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Roblox, of course. Of course. There's actually not many. Looking at this list. Resident Evil 5, Dead Island, you know, but that's Dead Island isn't really, you know. I guess there's Lethal Company. Yeah, there's Lethal, but of course more people. There's some ideas. We'll think of some stuff. GTFO. I don't trust Cotton with GTFO. Not in the slightest. No offense, Cotton, but no, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Lethal might actually not be the worst idea. Phasmo's pretty good, though. I'm pretty terrified of Phasmo. Dead by Day. The Forest? How is Sons of the Forest? Was that good? Very positive. Hell yeah. I wasn't sure if it was as good as the first. Lethal Company with the Brutal Company mod? I don't know what that mod is, but Lethal Company isn't the worst. I gotta be honest, chat. I feel like Lethal Company, despite how good it is like a 5 to 6 person game. 4 people is fine, but I think there's a little bit... Like, if you want to get the right in between of content and success... I think it needs 2 more people, because then if someone dies, it's funny and everything like that, but it doesn't like lose too much. You know, I feel like 5 or 6 is the right amount. Probably 6. Anything above that's a little bit too much. Project Zomboid. That's the tough one. Outlast Trials. Oh, Outlast Trials. It's not the worst idea, actually. Outlast Trials. Let's see. How is Outlast Trials? Oh, it's very positive. Content warning? I don't like content warning. I don't know. I thought it was just very boring. I don't know. It wasn't for me. Oh well, there's some options. Content warning was a really fun 2 hours, and then it got boring for me. I was like, oh, done. Oh well, we'll think of some ideas and some games. We got a couple things we want to do. I know I want to do Halo 4 with Matara this month, which I gotta say, I think she's gonna like Halo 4 more than Halo 3, and I know it's gonna piss people off. They're gonna be so upset. But I genuinely think she's gonna like it more. I think she's gonna like it more. And it's so crazy to say. I don't know. I just think it's gonna be the case. I just think so. No, I think Halo 4 is good. I think Halo 4 is overly hated. I think it's overly hated. I think that the game is going to hit parts of what she cares about more, which is character stuff. Because I'll be honest, every Halo game's combat is good. But combine that with fun with friends and some more character shit, and I think she'll have a better time. I know it's crazy to say, but like I think she'll enjoy it more. That's just me. Also, I get to look at Cortana in Halo 4, which is like the hottest Cortana they ever made, because the bitch has hips that can like she's got like 5-lane freeway hips, and it's the best stuff in the world. You know, like Halo 4 Cortana is so peak. Halo 4 is fun, especially the new enemies. That's also the thing. I think she's gonna love the new enemies. I think she's gonna love the like Prometheans because they're visually really cool. They're like the guns are neat, you know. They got the weird like you hamburger cheeseburger whopper. You know that whole nine. I don't know. I think it'll happen. We'll see. We'll see. Yo, macaroni with the beans. What the fuck? That's good stuff. Most wanted picture. Thanks for the prime. And also, what's up, doo-doo fart ass? Thanks for the sub. Halo 4 suffers from the same effect as any Marvel movie after Endgame. Yeah, but like, I also feel, how do I say this? There's, okay. So we've talked about this a couple of times before, right? But I've constantly been championing the fact that like Warhammer shit, right? Cool, like, look, it's cool Warhammer thing doesn't have any effect on me anymore because I'm so surrounded by it that seeing it on like the big screen doesn't really do much. It's why that kind of part of Space Marine 2 didn't really grab me. That's why I wasn't like, oh my god, it's Marnius Calgar. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, it just seems like, wow, they didn't bring him in the beginning. There's like no setup. Well, you know, besides the mission, but like they didn't show him before, that kind of thing. I'm not a fan of that. And I also blame Star Wars because Star Wars did like, remember this fucking pointing Wojak so much. I think it's like set a black hole in my heart against whenever I see anything like that. It gets at me, fucking glorp shitto. Yeah, it kind of hits me on that one. But a really good way to not care about like the overarching, I guess, stakes and stuff is to just make it super character focused. And you know, I think about like what was it? Far From Home. Is it Far Away Home or No Way Home? Which is the Spider-Man that has like the Spider-Man multiverse of all the different like Spider-Mans? Is that No Way Home? It's No Way Home. No Weighing? Okay, so that's No Way Home. That one was a ton of like soy jack pointing shit, but it's done in a way that makes it really character dependent and really like character heavy. You know, you get those moments with like Andrew Garfield, and he has like that little moment with the Mary Jane Zendaya thing, and it kind of hits a little bit because you remember how it was in the other one, and you get like Willem Dafoe's variation of the Green Goblin. It's like, oh wait a minute, like they can do the pointing really well because it had all that extra bits. I feel like for Halo 4, even though the story is like nonsensical, No Way Home, like do you even really remember much of what was happening? Like the overarching thing, like you remember those moments, but you don't really remember the multiverse like importance and like we got to make sure that the timeline is like who gives a fuck. I kind of feel that way about Halo 4. I feel that way about Halo 4. The story writing is not the best, and the whole like here's the Forerunners and the Prometheans and shit, and I'm like whatever. I get the Chief and the Cortana stuff, and I get really good gameplay and some cool weapons and enemies. And because of that, I'm like, I'm pretty all right with it. You know? I'm pretty cool with it. And I think that's why I like it. Yeah? And I think it's one of the reasons I enjoy it so much. Same reason why I like Uncharted, you know? Uncharted is just a really like mid Indiana Jones, but all the characters are really well voice acted and they've got cool dynamics, and it's just kind of like a fun romp, you know? I mean, I'll be honest, chat. I bet you couldn't name the villains of Uncharted 1, 2, or 3. Maybe 2. You definitely can't name 1. You can probably name 2. The Russian. Exactly. Talbot? Well, that's because of my video. That doesn't count. Yeah, okay, you got Talbot. Name the lady. Name Talbot's friend, the lady. One person said Marlo. That means everyone else is gonna copy them, so they don't count. Evil woman. Exactly. Yeah. What's her name? Lady Geist. That's right. Lady Geist. Yeah, but like it's, you know, you could barely, you know, like you barely. Lazarevich is the second one, and Marlo's the other one, but you know, Talbot and stuff. But you all know Rafe in 4 way more. Way more, honestly. Name every woman. Name a woman. Uncharted was so long ago, that's unfair. Not really. I don't think so. I think there are a lot of villains in popular media that you remember well because the villains are good. I think the villains are bad. That's why you don't remember them. But you remember like Nathan Drake and Elena Fisher and their dynamic and the fun love there. Also, you're all old. You're all old anyway, chat. Uncharted 1 came out 17 years ago. Yeah, so did Mass Effect 1, but you remember that villain's name. You remember, yeah, you don't remember Uncharted 1 guys at all, but you know Saren. You remember Saren. Evil Garrus. Fucking got the Turian racism up in my chat. Evil Garrus. Name every Turian. Okay, we got Nihilus, Saren, Garrus, the lady, the woman from the Omega DLC. What the hell is her name? Like Nitra or something, or like Nitrous. There's also Vetra from Andromeda. I don't remember the rest. The security dude. Oh yeah. Is it Nira? Nitrous oxide? The woman. Oh no, he's not beating the allegations. There's the council guy. I forget his name. The general who got cucked. Oh yeah. The guy that gives you the garage pass on Novaria. Can we normalize liking Andromeda? I think we can normalize appreciating Andromeda for its good parts and making its bad parts. We can normalize liking Andromeda for its gameplay and squad mates. And we can normalize hating it for its terrible story and villains. It's like a 6.5. It's above. It's better than people say. No, we can't villainize the faces. I refuse to villainize the faces because people who hate Andromeda faces have never played a Mass Effect game. Every single face that every single fucking Mass Effect game looks like trash. They're all bad, bro. They've always been bad. The Shepherd stare. How many times have you had those characters in Mass Effect talk to you like this? They always do the side eye. BioWare are bad at that in general. They've always been bad at that. You doing the horse stare thing? Focusing. Focusing. Back off, Jack. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just it's all, it's not as bad as people say it is, but it's not like great either. So, may I kindly request you do the Mass Effect pointing animation? Sure. It's the exact same. Oh wait, hold on. Let me do the other one. Every time, bro, it's the same fucking animation. Now do the walk away. Yeah, you gotta do the other. You gotta do the one with the scratch, right? It's like oh, should be the. It's so good. Dude, it's so peak. It's so peak. They had the same thing over and over again. And is it because I never played it, or is this game animation fine? So it's Mass Effect reuses the exact same animations over and over again for a variety of characters, because none of the characters are like mocapped, or at least they were like mocapped in bulk. So all the characters share the same silhouette, and therefore when they tell like a Krogan to do the arm thing, they like clip all over the body because they're doing the exact same thing over and over again. So it's, and all three games have the same animations. They add a few as the games go on, but they're basically the same. And so it's a constant like clipping, or they look kind of funny, or things like that. Like there was a Krogan that scratched the back of his head, but they have these like giant shell like clothing, so he just like puts his hand inside of his head. It's just, it's funny. It's always funny. So, you know. Hey Bricky, that's a really nice mug that Brad and Eric helped with, ain't it? And that I printed. Yeah, memes are canon, those bastards. ME1 also wasn't great on its own though. Imagine evaluating ME1 without seeing 2 or 3. That's Andromeda. A little bit, but there's also context. You know, Andromeda followed up the Mass Effect trilogy, which is like one of the best trilogies out there. So there is still something going on with there. ME1's gameplay was bad. It was rough. And it also ran on the Xbox at about 15 frames a second maximum. But Mass Effect 1 has Rex and Garrus and Tali and Liara and Kaden and Ashley and Saren and some pretty good sequences, you know? So it's kind of, you know, it held itself by its story alone. And then 2 came out, and it gave us Morden and Grunt and Thane and Legion and, I mean, Miranda and Jacob, whatever on those ones. But who else did they give us? There's more, but I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting an obvious one that I should remember. Jack, that was the one I was thinking of. Samara, duh. Stupid Bricky. That was those are mainly the ones, yeah. Yeah, there's, well, I did forget Zaid and Kasumi and stuff, but they were DLC and didn't have a whole lot of content. Zaid and Kasumi are underutilized, which is unfortunate. This Miranda slander? Miranda's fine. She's Miranda is better than... She's better than we give her credit for. Especially because she's supposed to be just like the fat bait. You know? She's better than the fat bait. Because, you know, normally you'd go into a game and then sometimes they, especially in 2010, holy shit, you had the fat bait character and that was Miranda. But she actually had like a somewhat decent story for the most part with her sister and like her dad and shit, you know? It's okay, but you also took Miranda and you stuck her next to Morden, Thane, Samara, Legion, Grunt, Jack, Tally, and Garrus. And so good isn't enough, you know? You can't just be a 7 when you're surrounded by 9s. She also does get shafted story-wise in ME3. I think because BioWare only had a year and a half to make all of ME3, which is insane, they focused on the characters people would care more about, which is Garrus, Liara, Tally, Rex, and a few others. Yeah, it's also one of the reasons why I give Halo 4 a bit more credit. Because Halo 4 didn't come after Halo 3. Halo 4 came after Halo Reach. And I think being good isn't enough. You needed more than that. You needed to be more than just good. And with a brand new team, whole new company, everything like that, I'm more shocked than anything that they even got as far as they did. You know, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Because, I mean, it's Halo Reach, man. Like it's Halo Reach. It's so... It's just everything, you know? It was everything. Because Halo 3 is so good. It's so good in so many ways. I think it's my favorite multiplayer as well. But... It did like Forge and theater mode and custom games. And that was when it really was like, oh my God, look what we can do with the Forge and the custom games and all this crazy shit. And because of that, it's like Halo Reach was like the culmination. It was like the curved, not curved, they carved the fat off. They kind of like made it peak, you know? They were able to really refine it. Do you remember when they had like trailers for Halo Reach? Like, hey, here's Halo Reach Forge. You know, back in Halo 3, people would find crazy ways to clip items. Now, here is an option that lets you totally just clip it through an item. Or let it float. Wow. You know? Like, that was just insane. That ability, that concept, wild, you know, and then that made them have like all these kinds of new map making and stuff like that. There were some things that Reach could have done better. Its multiplayer balance was really bad. The DMR was way too powerful, and then armor abilities were a bit crazy. And then you had like also the color palette was a little bit strange. It was kind of like washed out. 3 felt a bit more colorful, you know? 3 had a bit more color to it. Yeah, it was a little bit washed out. I don't really know why, but oh, file sharing. Yes, the file sharing was incredible. Yeah, very gray blue, but it came out when, 2010, give or take? Was it 2010? Fuck, it was 2010. Mass Effect 2 came out the same year as Halo Reach. Why do I feel like Halo Reach should have come out way later than Mass Effect 2? Throws me off. Like, it's like It's backwards. I don't know why. I mean, chat, Halo 4 is 12 years old. Halo 4 came out in 2012. Like, that's not good, man. This isn't good. Hey, 6-foot dwarf, thanks for the prime sub. Appreciate it very much. Hey, Toxic Flea Reviews. Are you playing Silent Hill 2 and do you think BO6 will be fire? I have no idea if BO6 will be fire. I have seen too many of those movement kids on Twitter putting like the worst clips I've ever seen imaginable and saying, hit this shit at 4 p.m. on a Friday or something. But it also at least looks like they're trying to innovate a little bit, so we'll see. And Silent Hill 2, I would like to play it, yeah. Will I be streaming the story mode of Black Ops 6? Probably. Ever since Modern Warfare 3, I feel like I should. It was just too funny. It was just too funny. Yeah, when did Halo 5 come out? Halo 5 release date, 2015. Oh my god. Okay. Halo 5 will turn 10 years old in 1 year, October 27th. I'm decaying at the seams, dust beyond my very eyes, crushing. Don't look up the original Shrek release. 2001. That sounds about right, though. That's about right, you know? That seems about correct. Because I remember watching Shrek as a kid. Like when I think about Reach and stuff like that, I think about high school. I think about high school, you know? This one's a little different. This is like a kid. It throws the concept out a little bit for me. Don't look up the 9/11 release. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, right. I feel like whenever I hear things that came out when I was a kid, being old, I'm like, whatever. But hearing things like Shrek come out, that's a little bit different. Yeah, so also, like, Fortnite came out 7 years ago. That's also crazy to me. You know? July 25th, 2017. That throws me. Like, Fortnite being 7 years old throws me. That's weird. You know, that catches me off guard. But I mean, at the same time, chat, like, in March of next year, my Every Faction of Warhammer video will be 5 years old. Be half a decade since I put out that Every Faction Explained video. It was April or May or maybe March 2020 is when that came out. So, like, dude, it's moving quicker than we expect. It's going faster than I thought. I'm very sorry to all of you who watched it and lost all your money because you decided to go out and buy God knows how many miniatures. I just bought a bunch of miniatures 2 days ago. I went and freshened up a Space Marine library because I have a really fun build I want to run. So I bought myself some aggressors, a Terminator captain. Sorry, a Terminator chaplain. And I bought myself I got the Night Lord kill team and some Blade Guard veterans. You know? Pretty exciting. Pretty fun. Dude, the Night Lord kill team is sick. Yeah, it's sick. So, I gotta make a couple things like that. I still don't own any rhinos. Don't you know, though? Rhinos are free. Oh, my pile of shame is enormous. My pile of shame is insane. I'm doing my best. Pile of opportunity. Oh, that's true. Is the Night Lord kit Primaris sized? Well, the Night Lords are they're CSMs. They're not necessarily for Primaris. I mean, I guess they could probably work, but the CSM Legionaries are slightly smaller than Primaris. Not by much. Also, what's up, Host the Boss? Thank you for the gifted sub. Chat, I'm gonna go pee my pants real quick. I'll be right back. Gah! Sorry, chat. You got punched in the fucking face, you fucking dumbasses. Do you wash your feet after using the bathroom? Only if I piss on them. Little piss boy. Little piss baby. Little pee-pee boy. You know? How dare you speak to me in such natures? You, is shocking to me. Bricky, how many armies in are you? I have like 9. The problem is it's not enough of the armies are currently built. What do I have? Like, it's just, the problem is that I get so... I've told you guys about the deal I have, right? In my local place. I've told you about that, right? Right? Because I'm pretty sure I have. I guess I'm gonna reiterate it anyway because of the gift card thing. I'll reiterate it. So to start off, chat, I had a couple armies because of dice check, right? We made a bunch of armies, we painted them up quickly, we got some for dice checks. So that's like guard, and then I have like sisters and stuff, right? But the ones I have painted up armies that I can use right now: guard, sisters, Necrons, CSM, aka Night Lords, Voton. I think that's it. Those are the main 5. Yeah. No Custodes. I sold those to a buddy. Grey Knights, not really. Those are I have like some really badly painted ones from back in the day. Don't really count. But here's the thing, right? I have an entire army of gray Tyranids, Space Marines. That's about it, actually. Oh, here's Space Marines. I have a Chaos Knights army that's like based and battle ready. That's about it. But it's 5 giant knights, doesn't really count. But then, because of this whole box set thing, we also have like Custodes and Gene Stealer cults. Because that's the thing to okay, so I'll explain this to you again, chat. Call your local group, your local game store, because when they do pre-orders, they very often will provide you with a small discount, you know, some 10 to 15% maybe, you know, because like if they do the pre-order and everything like that to get all the stuff in. Normally your local game store does this. It's great. Now, of course, this is a very first world country talk right now. Those of you out there in the Philippines and other areas, you probably won't apply, but you get what I'm trying to get at. Around there, right? Then I live down near a place called Lake Forest. In Lake Forest, they had a post-COVID stimulus package that was going unused, so they used a city-wide stimulus buff. What that is that if you spend money up to $300, you get free money. Yes, free money. I mean it, free money. The difference is that it can only be used for local stores. So you spend $300, it gets turned into gift cards for only the local stores, and then you get 300 more bucks also only for the stores. So the idea is that you spend 300, you get 600, but it's only for places in that city, right? It's only for those areas because you're benefiting local businesses. One of the local businesses is my local game store. So I will sometimes see, I'll be walking in the local game store, I'll see the box set of Custodes and Gene Stealer cults for like $150. It gets knocked down like 10%, so it goes down to $135. And then it's, in a sense, half off because I had 300 from 600 and I bought with that. So in reality, it was like $70, 75 with tax. And if you come to me and you're like, hey, Bricky, here's the box set of Custodes and GSC for $75, like, I'm gonna fucking buy it. You know? I'm gonna buy it. What kind of girl math is that? It's not even girl math. It's like correct math. That is actually the math. And so I got for about $150 2 full box sets. Because I found 2 of them. What was it called again? Shadow Throne. So, yeah, I got, what was it? So for $150, I got 2 Reductus Saboteurs, 2 Neophyte Hybrids, 2 Brood Covens. Oh wait, shit, hold on. This isn't. God damn it! Let me get the goddamn images. There we go. For $150, I got 2 Patriarchs, 2 Reductus Saboteurs, 2 Megoses, 2 Primuses, 2 Neophyte Hybrid Squads, 2 Blade Champions, 2 squads of Sisters of Silence Prosecutors, and 2 squads of 3 Custodes Terminators. Which is like 1,000 points in Custodians right there, and like 800 points, give or take, in GSC for $150. Like, it's... So when I go to the store, I see lots of these, and I'm like, I'll just go ahead and buy them because it's so much cheaper. You know? So that's why I have like 10 armies. That's why I have a shitload. Because they've re-upped that stimulus package like 3 times. You know? This is like the 3rd time they've done it. But you don't play GSC? I'd like to. And if I won't, then I'll sell them. You know? Then I'll give them to someone else. Or I'll trade someone. You know? What kind of late stage capitalist BS is this? Government pays you to shop. I mean, is it late stage capitalist BS, or is it like helpful for the? It might be considered an economy thing, you know? Because I don't know exactly, but like it's a local city. It's a local city's ability. So the local city says, hey, if you give us this money, we will give you back the same amount of money so long as you spend all that money on our local economy in our local shops only. I don't know. It's great for the consumer. It's great for my local game store. They've been fucking loving it. They've been like, hell yeah, dude. Everyone's buying like double the amount of 40K. Yeah. It's fake growth? I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm not an economist. I don't give a fuck. As far as I'm concerned, right? This is the thing that's affecting me, and I'm taking advantage of it. If there is some kind of economy reason why this is bad, I don't know, and I don't care. Because I'm getting double the money, and I'm spending it on Warhammer. I thought being capitalist would be like, these businesses need to survive on their own and like be their own type thing and no handouts, and like if they fail, that's like on the business. I give up, honestly. I don't really care. This is Lake Forest, not VKN. It's a place in Orange County, about South Orange County, kind of near Irvine. Not an LA thing. I don't really care, chat. As far as I'm concerned, chat, no offense, but I don't trust any of you with your general opinions on economics and politics because you're a Twitch chat. You're here watching you are currently here watching a guy whose stream title is Among Us Gay Sex. Even if you are like PhD in like political science and like that, I just don't believe you. I just don't trust you, and I don't care. That's true. It's not the YouTube title. The YouTube title is Wee Bit of Brick. So I guess the YouTubers are the ones who are the real economists. Damn. Damn. It makes a good point. Makes a good point. Also, a capitalism and economy talk is probably asked the most important question. Do you go for the chicken or the beef? We need answers, Bricky. I think I'm more of a 2-block beef guy, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I understand that going for the chicken is, like, much safer and everything, but, you know, there's no, you know, no care, no game. You know, you gotta put it out there. I think I'm a 2-block beefer. Yeah. I think I'm a 2-block beefer. I gotta be honest, at the end of the day, you know, I've always been a big fan of the fast food chain Wendy's, because as far as I'm concerned, 2 blocks is where the beef is. We finally answered that old lady's questions from years ago. Nobody goes for the 2-block beef though, Bricky. That's why I'm different, you know? I want to go for the areas less traveled, you know? Where people fear to tread. I can get the beef. It's risky, but you can get the beef. You know? Don't be late. Don't be late. I've never seen Parkour Civilization. I just decided to be a part of the meme. I'm a poser, chap. I'm a pure poser. Also, chat, you want to hear something cool? This isn't really that cool, but it's like kind of cool in like a slight sort of way. Yeah, I'm a real tourist this time. I made eggs today, and I found a recipe from some guy online. He called them drug eggs, or maybe it's crack eggs. I don't quite remember exactly, but it seemed like a really nice Korean man. He said it was a recipe that they did in Korea a lot, which is eggs with like a tablespoon of butter in the pan, crack a few eggs, and then scramble the white parts. And then mix in sesame oil, soy sauce, and then add and then scramble it all together, put it on a thing of rice, and then add sesame seeds and furikake. And I made them this morning, and it was so fucking good. Holy shit. I think I know what my breakfast is going to be for the next like 4 days. It was so good. Not bukkake, not that stuff. Stop it, chat. Scrambled eggs with a splash of milk, add salt and pepper, and done. I mean, that's also good, but I want to be a little bit different than that. I want to have new stuff. It's not weeb breakfast, it's Korean, you fuck. That's fried rice. Not quite. It's close. But that's like saying that, like, a tomato with ketchup, or a tomato with sugar on it is ketchup. You're oversimplifying the concept. It was really good though. Also, you didn't fry the rice. Yeah, but so you have to fry the rice. I just put it on rice. I didn't put the rice in the pan. Koreans have weebs too, Bricky? Yes, Koreans have weebs. But calling Korean recipe a weeb recipe is incorrect. You're missing a vital step. You're missing a vital peg in the motion. You know? 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon didn't die for this. Also, Bell Thing and King Akira, thank you for the Prime and the Tier 1 sub. And you too, Snowy Shire. Why did this conversation bring out like 4 new subs? What did I do? Just about like Korean fried, like Korean fucking eggs? What the hell? Also, thank you, Faceless Occultist as well. Ah, yes, the weeb country. Korea. People like eggs? I mean, clearly. Clearly. Mocha Fett. That's a good name. That's some that's a good game. A good name. Bricky, meet me at the Spectrum Center so we can cook up Korean fried eggs and I can play my Death Guard against you. Oh God. I mean, I've been to the Irvine Spectrum Center a million times because I've grown up around here, but what, we're gonna go hop on over to the game chest so you can play your stinky Death Guard. Or we can cook up Korean fried eggs at the local game store. Hey, what's up, Louie309? Thank you as well. Ricky, what's your favorite K-pop group? Since you're all about the culture now, is that a joke on the weeb shit again? I'm assuming it is. I don't listen to K-pop. I don't like K-pop. I don't much enjoy a lot of like. It's weird because pop music is supposed to be popular music, but when I think about pop music, I think about a particular kind of beat. Taylor Swifty, you know, like this is Korean pop. But like, what is K-pop besides just Korean popular music? You know, because there's popular music that was metal, but that doesn't. But back in the day, Metallica wasn't pop. You know. Oh. I don't know. It's too confusing. I don't quite understand it. K-pop, the hit Travis Scott song. Yeah, I don't know. Whenever I hear pop music, I kind of see it as like a particular. I don't know. I mean, it can mean more than one thing. Pop isn't popular. Pop isn't the music. Yeah, but like, how do we define pop music then? You know, you're correct, but how do we define it? How do we point it? Metallica's pop metal. I'm gonna pop a cap in your ass with a fucking metal bullet. Queens and the Beatles were pop at one point. I got no idea. I got nothing. I don't know. Is Metallica being pop the same as saying that Die Hard is a Christmas movie? No, because saying Metallica is pop is a felony and saying Die Hard is a Christmas movie is a fact. Two very different things. Metallica is overrated. A least opinionated person born in 2001. It's music that is by design non-challenging and easy listening. We have the Google. What is pop music? A genre of popular music that originated in the 1950s in the United States and the United Kingdom. Its character. This is AI. I'm not using the AI overview. I took it from Wikipedia anyway, I guess. See, encompassed rock and roll, youth-oriented styles that influenced. Rock and pop music remained roughly synonymous until the late 1960s, from which pop became associated with music that was more commercial, ephemeral, and accessible. Identifying factors of pop music usually include repeated choruses and hooks, short to medium-length songs written in a basic format, often the verse-chorus structure, and rhythms or tempos that can be easily danced to. Much of pop music also borrows elements from other styles such as rock, urban, dance, Latin, and country. The terms popular music and pop music are often used interchangeably, although the former more accurately describes all music that is popular and includes many disparate styles. Although much of the music that appears on record charts is considered to be pop music, the genre is distinguished from chart music. There is your Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia at www.whateverfuck.org is. There you go. Whew. So that's what it is. Sharp music? Sharp music from... Wait, I didn't say sharp music. I said I said sharp music. What do you mean? Sharp music. You can refer to it's like an extension, you know? Once you find the brown notes, you can finally learn how to make sharp music. There's also shark music. As shark music is just the Jaws one. Hi, Brickleman. Brickleman. Are you still coming to LVO so I can awkwardly say hi as you fail the charge roll? As I fail the charge roll? You might be the one who fails the charge roll, my friend. Oh, look at me. I could be the one who wins. I go for the beef, man. I fucking go for the beef. You know, like... I take some risks. Don't you worry about it. I'm probably not going to LVO though. This 2024 to 2025 eclipse is it's a big one. It's a big one. We're gonna have a busy Q4 chat. A busy Q4 in a good way, but a busy way. When do we actually know when the Game Awards? Actually. Do we know if the 2024 Oscars are nominated yet? Not yet, right? Oh, are they? Oh, they are. They're out. 5th of December or something. Video Game Awards. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to do a video of, like, I played all the best games of 2024, and here are my thoughts. Something simple, you know? It's kind of fun, too, because if it's, like, all these big Game of the Year ones, I can be like, oh, I played this, 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 and this, and here are my thoughts on blank, and then this, and then this. I think this should win, and I think this doesn't deserve to be on here, and blah, blah, blah. What has even come out this year? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, if we're going to count that one. Dragon's Dogma 2, Tekken 8. Helldivers, of course. The Crab's Treasure, Space Marine, Silent Hill 2 now, Frostpunk 2. Crazy enough, Zenless Zone 0 might be on that list. I rewatched the Britple stream. Honestly, it's still peak entertainment. Thank you, Twisted Koi, and thank you for the bits. I appreciate it very much. It was something. It was fucking something, wasn't it? What else? Pacific Drive came out this year. Astrobots, of course. How can we forget? Tactical Breach Wizards is very high on the list for a lot of people. Animal Well, also very high on the list. How did ZZZ get on the list? I don't know if it is on the list. I'm saying it might get on the list. Because even though it's a Gotcha Gamba game, everyone I've talked to is like, Bricky, it is but it's also like really, really good. So I don't know. UFO 50, it's a big one. Pacific Drive, I already mentioned. Yeah. He's pretty good. Terminator, thanks for the 7-month resub. Welcome back. Yes, I'm aware that Hololive have entered the Warhammer 40k descent. I know, we're one step away. Get ready, chat. The brand new collab stream of Bricky explains the Drukhari to Gura. What a fucking cursed idea. What a fucking cursed idea. Oh, holy. Do you think a sister's castigator will work as a Death Guard Predator? As long as you make it sneaky enough. What a fucking concept, man. Oh yeah, the Octors. The Oscars are out. I actually wanted to do to like watch all the Best Picture nominees this year, just like a fun thing. Take some notes and be like, interesting, because I kind of want to see where we're at now. Because me and my family used to do that back in the day, watch all the Best Picture nominees, and this is back in like No Country for Old Men days, and it's really fun. It was really cool, but like I think the Oscars have really changed a lot lately, so I'm a little bit less like ooh, I'm a little bit not as stoked about it. What do we got here? Best Picture. Wait. Why does it say winner? Wait, what the hell is this? Yeah, it says here 2024, right? Why does it say winner? Oh. God damn it. The 2024 Oscars honor movies released in 2023. That's so fucking annoying. It should be the 2024 Oscars are happening next year to honor the movies from 2024. Whatever. It's fine. Wait, Best Picture was Oppenheimer? Really? I didn't expect that. I didn't even watch like half of those, man. I didn't even watch like half of these. I heard Killers of the Flower Moon was really good though. I haven't seen Zone of Interest, Poor Things, Past Lives, Maestro, Holdovers, or Anatomy of a Fall. Have I watched Joker 2 yet? No, and I don't plan to. I didn't love Joker 1. I thought it was really good acting and like some good stuff there, but I kind of thought it was a little... It was hard to like Joker because I love King of Comedy and I love Taxi Driver. And because I loved those two movies, then I saw Joker and I was like, it's literally just Taxi Driver and King of Comedy. It is just the two of those with the Joker. And I was like, oh. And so it really kind of brought me out of it. And I mean, like, I love Scorsese. Like those two movies are amazing, but when you watch it and you're like, this is just the same thing, you kind of lose a little bit of that love. But I don't know. I wasn't going to see Joker 2 because I just don't care. I only got so much time in the day. I don't know what the VGAs will be though. I'd like to like watch all the movies, you know? Oh, probably Dune Part 2. That was this year, wasn't it? What top movies 2025. Nope, 2024. Let's see here. What the hell are these? Oh, those long legs. Those long legs, Dune 2. What the hell else came out this year? What are these? These are all... What the fuck is this? Jesus. 2024 box office worldwide. Inside Out 2. Good God. Deadpool and Wolverine. That won't do Oscar stuff. Despicable Me 4. Okay. Beetlejuice. I maybe Alien Romulus. I don't know. Maybe. It's so okay. This is box office though, which is like not. It's not a good. It's not indicative. What about IMDb? That's not as good, but it's something. Dune Part 2. Oh, Furiosa. Furiosa was great. I loved it. It was fucking awesome. Okay. Inside Out 2. The other one. Ghostlight. Was it? It was. So you know, like Mad Max 1 or Fury Road, goated film. Great, right? Incredible. Furiosa is like right here. It's not as good. I think it's almost as good. I think it's fantastic. I genuinely think it's incredible. It's a little long, but I love it. It's like it's the less actiony, more story focused version of it, and I thought it was so good. I really liked it. It bombed? No? Oh yeah, it totally bombed. But like, it's a crapshoot for movies nowadays, man. You know, no one goes to the theaters anymore, including myself. Anyway, I'm looking at highest rated. Inside Out 2 was one of them. Yeah, Ghostlight. This is an Oscar movie, no doubt. Ghostlight, Young Woman in the Sea, Challengers, Deadpool and Wolverine, The Substance, I've heard Love Lies Bleeding is some interesting stuff. I've heard that one is actually kind of interesting. The Substance, crazy good body horror film. Body horror. Couple others. Long Legs, I already mentioned. I don't know. Yeah, I just watch everything at home other than big stuff like Dune Part or DP3. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Dune Part 2 yet. I'm going to watch it at home, which I know is not the same as the theater, but I do have like a nice sound bar and stuff and like a subwoofer, so maybe I can get close. But as far as I'm concerned, the simple ability to pause a film and not have to be upcharged for food in a movie theater is so vastly superior than going to a movie theater. With the exception of certain gimmick theaters. I feel like going to this is only really possible in a big city, but if you're in like a big city, they often have like a movie theater that's very old school, that's very like, hey, we're playing like oh god, what is it called? Transvestite, transsexual from Transylvania. Fuck. Doing the time warp. God, I'm losing it. Please help, chat. Please help. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Thank you. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Like, if you're gonna go to one of those fancy theaters and you're playing Rocky Horror and everyone is like a fan of Rocky Horror and you're getting that experience, you know, right there. That's a great time for a theater. My sister still goes out and watches Indian Bollywood films, not always Bollywood, some of the other woods, in theaters up in LA, and they have huge Indian populations, and it's a fully packed theater, and they're all out there going and watching like DDLJ or what was the other one? Artie something, the other one, things like that. And it's just like, yeah, like obvious RRR, thank you, or like RRR and stuff like that. And that's a luxury she can afford because she's in Los Angeles, which is like the movie theater capital of the world, the cinema, Hollywood, that whole thing. But if you're in like a big city, I bet there's probably something similar. I know like New York will have it, and I'm sure like someplace like Austin probably has it, Seattle, Portland, etc. You know, Atlanta, definitely Atlanta, but. You know, it's depends. You probably won't get that experience if you're kind of out of the way, which is unfortunate. But those are probably the only times I would go to a theater. With the exception of some big, like, visceral experiences like Dune. I just didn't see it because I just wasn't running out to go see it. But yeah, like big loud ones like that is pretty good. Me as a Swede hearing Bricky talk about big cities. Yeah, you know, you get good and you get bad from it. You know, sometimes you know, you get all those cool things like that, but then you also get the downside, which is cost of living, you know, crime, homelessness, etc. It's a give and take. I don't live in a big city myself. I live in the suburbs mostly. It's a bit more dense. Orange County is a bit more of like a denser suburb, a lot denser than most, but it's still not like, I'm still like not in LA or anything like that. I would rather not live in LA if I could. Or San Diego maybe. I kind of fuck with SD. But yeah. Depending on the movie. Yeah, Endgame in the theater was insane. You know, but that's like, is that gonna ever be, I'm sure I'm not, it might be too doomer of me to say this, but I wonder if we'll ever get that experience again. I think we will, but I'm trying to think if we'll get it in the next, like within the next like 10 to 20 years. I think we will, but I don't know exactly when. It'll be for a bit, I think. It'll be for a bit. I don't know. That was crazy. That was a crazy experience. Was Endgame. The Batman. You know, I still haven't seen the Batman. I hear it's great. I hear it's lovely. Yeah, I know. I've seen some of the clips. I've seen like the Riddler be weird, and I've seen Colin Farrell's like super New York mafia version of the Penguin. But I hear it's good. I hear it's minimum good, if not great, depending on the person. My Bricky and Christ. Listen, dude, I got a lot of shit, okay? I'm only like 15 hours into Baldur's Gate 3, all right? There's too much cinema out there to see. You know? There's too much cinema out there to see. Watch the Batman, but everything DC after is trying too hard to be the next The Batman. I mean, isn't that what they kind of try to do with Joker, too? Bricky, are you going to be trying Metaphor Refantasio since you enjoyed Rebirth so much? Final Fantasy Rebirth? I didn't play Rebirth. I played the Final Fantasy VII Remake and I didn't like it. I had an emotionally visceral reaction against it. In fact, because I've been over this a million times, but I'll say it one more time. I went into Final Fantasy VII and I was like, ooh, I can't wait to understand why everyone loves Final Fantasy VII. And then I played it and I was like, this man is sucking his own dick so hard. I don't understand anything that's going on. I just played a third of the game and I don't like JRPGs to begin with, so this was miserable. And then I stopped. And then, yeah, and then it was like, no, Bricky, it's not a remake, it's a sequel, even though it's called Remake, but it's not actually a remake, it's a sequel, and it's actually a different universe. And I was like, shut the fuck up. I don't care. I saw Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I wanted to play the remake and understand, and I didn't, and so I'm mad about it. And so I'm upset about it. Is it my fault? Maybe, but I'm going to be mad about it anyway. I heard Rebirth is good though, but I also didn't play it because I'm just like, meh. Some of the parts were good though. I did like some of the segments, you know? Tifa's hot. Hot takes, only the hottest takes on my stream. Rebirth is my game of the year, to be honest. I feel like that's going to be a lot of people's case. I think Rebirth is going to be a lot of people's game of the year. Yeah, daring today, aren't we? No, honestly, Barrett was one of my favorite characters in 7. I didn't realize that. I guess they made him way more interesting than in the original game because he was great. Oh fuck, Matara's back. She's alive. Get her. I don't think I'm allowed to make a fake gun point at the screen. I apologize, Twitch staff, if you saw that. I did not mean it. SAS Factory Game of the Year. That's true. SAS Factory is in 1.0. Therefore, it's technically up for Game of the Year. You make a good point on that one, actually. Huh. That's a good point. Ban this guy right here with hammers. Okay. Ugh. I honestly think Helldivers 2 should be Game of the Year. I think Helldivers 2 deserves to be in the running. I don't know if it should necessarily be Game of the Year, but I think it deserves to be in the running. Yeah. I think it's hard because it's like a live service game. So at what point do you rate Helldivers 2? Do you rate it for its launch? Do you rate it when it's time for Game of the Year? You know, like when do you rate the game? That's the hard part with games that are ongoing situations. Stare Overwatch, Bricky. Hey, dude, Overwatch won Game of the Year at the time, and I think they deserved it. When Overwatch first came out, that shit was incredible. And even though, yeah, it did have that whole thing, even on launch, Overwatch 1, it was it. It was, at the time, it was it. It was that good. Someone mentioned 2018, and I feel like we talked about this a few streams ago, but I do want to talk about it one more time. 2018. Ah, that's right. That was a tough one. That was Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Celeste, which are fine, but they weren't going to win. And then it was Marvel's Spider-Man, Monster Hunter World, God of War, and Red Dead Redemption 2. That was a hard one. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was between Red Dead and God of War, and God of War 1, but like it was a toss-up between those two, in my opinion. It was definitely a toss-up between GOW and Red Dead 2. I mean, I haven't played Red Dead 2 yet, I know, and I know, but it doesn't surprise me that those are the two that it was a toss-up between. I don't think I had a PlayStation at the time, or at least I don't remember. You know, it's the craziest year though, chat? 2016. 2016 was Uncharted 4, Titanfall 2, Inside, Doom, and Overwatch. And I actually won't lie, out of all those games, I think Doom should have won, but Overwatch winning is like not the most surprising of them all. That was quite the year. Doom was robbed twice. When did Eternal come out? Last of Us Part 2 beat out Doom Eternal. Yeah, they were robbed. I don't even like Doom Eternal as much as I like. No, actually, I'm sorry. Everyone was robbed. Hades should have won. 2020 was Last of Us 2, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Doom Eternal, and Hades. Gotta be honest on that one, chat. That's a Hades win. That's a Hades win. I would actually take Ghost of Tsushima after that one, though. I would take that one as number 2. And then I would do Doom Eternal. I just really like Ghost of Tsushima. It's good. I won't lie, chat. Last year was pretty stacked, too. Alan Wake 2, Resident Evil 4. Never mind, it wasn't that stacked. Alan Wake 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Tears of the Kingdom, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Baldur's Gate 3. You should have knocked out Marvel Spider-Man 2 and put an Armored Core 6. The real game of the year, even though Baldur's Gate 3 is slowly and strongly going up in my list, I think it might take it over, if I'm being perfectly honest. I have such like a passion and power for Armored Core 6. I care so much for it. I love it so much. I think Baldur's Gate probably is better as a game. But my heart, my heart of hearts really cares about AC6. What were some other crazy years? 2019 was pretty good. Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Smash Ultimate, The Outer Worlds, and Sekiro. Pretty good. It's pretty good. "2022 was a bit of a light year, wasn't it? 2022 was A Plague Tale Requiem, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, Xenoblade 3, God of War Ragnarok, and Elden Ring. I don't need to tell you which one won. Right? I mean, I can't say much about Xenoblade. Stray is cool, but it's a bit simple. Bro, who played Stray? Bro, everyone played Stray. Cat game was very, very popular. But it was Elden Ring. Like, I don't think anyone else there had a chance, you know? No one had a chance against Elden Ring. They just didn't have a chance. The only thing that I think had a chance was God of War Ragnarok, but I think around 2022 is about when they started. I think people started turning on those kinds of games a bit more. They started to turn on the very linear story adventure handholdy thing. And I think they've kind of been pushing them back a little bit. I liked God of War Ragnarok quite a bit, actually, but I think it definitely... The hand-holding was really bad. I think as an overall experience, God of War Ragnarok was better. Parts of it, I think I'm a little bit more spiky on it. Like, God of War 4 is just a great time almost across the way with, like, one or two nitpicks. Like when Atreus is being a douche. I think Ragnarok has some better moments and then some worse moments, and it's a bit more of this. It's a bit more wavy in the concept. There's some bigger lows, but some bigger highs. Atreus Brat arc was bad in God of War 4, definitely. I think Atreus Brat arc in Ragnarok. It's weird, you know? It's like, on one hand, you're like, well, I get it. You know what? I should really use that as an example more. Because very often I'll, like, critique something and people will be like, well, Bricky, that's the point. And I'm like, that's not about, I know it's the point, but it's not landing. And I think that's kind of how I feel about the Atreus stuff in Ragnarok, where Atreus going off and doing his, like, own lying teenager arc, like, I totally get it, but he's fucking annoying, and I'm tired of it. Stop it now. So I think that's, like, it's kind of, you know, like, I get it, but also, ugh. Check out 2017. 2017. The nominees for 2017 are Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Super Mario Odyssey, and The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, released by Nintendo EDPD. That's a shit list. Prey, Cuphead, Night in the Woods, Evil Within 2, What Remains of Edith Finch, Nier Automata, Resident Evil 7, Hollow Knight. That's a shit list. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Yeah, sorry, that was a shit list. Yeah, I'm sorry. You had better choices for Game of the Year. ...2004 is actually insane. Oh yeah, 2004 is insane. Totally. No, 2004 is insane. 2007 is insane. 2011 is insane. I think it's a toss-up between 7 and 11 are currently I think the best years, but 04 is pretty good. Here. 2004 games. Half-Life 2, Halo 2, Far Cry, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Metal Gear Solid 3, Chronicles of Riddick game, Spider-Man 2, Sims 2, Fable, Unreal Tournament 2004, World of Warcraft, Metroid Prime 2, Jack 3, Pikmin 2, Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War, Rome Total War. There's more than that as well. Ninja Gaiden, Ace Combat 5, like there's a lot. There's a lot. You see, for me, I think 2007 is the best year, personally. But that's because I'm also a different time. But 2007, chat, is COD 4, Portal, Halo 3, Crysis, TF2, Team Fortress 2, that is, Bioshock, Assassin's Creed, Mass Effect, God of War 2, Command & Conquer 3, Tiberium Wars, Uncharted 1. What else we got here? Metro Prime 3, Corruption, Kane and Lynch, The Witcher, the B movie, the game, Rock Band, Guitar Hero 3. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. 2011 was the other year, if I recall. Oh yeah, this was the good one. Batman Arkham City, Portal 2, Skyrim, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Uncharted 3, Saints Row the Third, LA Noire, Dead Space 2, Little Big Planet 2, The Witcher 2, Gears of War 3, Battlefield 3, Infamous 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Assassin's Creed Revelations, Rayman Origins, Resistance 3, Star Wars The Old Republic, Crysis 2, Mortal Kombat, Dark Souls, Dragon Age 2, Dragon Age 2 is alright, Dead Island, Terraria. Yeah, that was a thick one. That was a thick one. Dead Rising 2. Oh, that's DLC, never mind. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That might be an updated version, actually. Those are good ones. Yeah. Well, 2009, that was the other year that was really good. 7, 9, and 11 are the big ones. 2009 is Arkham Asylum, Assassin's Creed 2, Modern Warfare 2, Uncharted 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Dragon Age Origins, Infamous, Borderlands, Resident Evil 5, Brutal Legend, Halo 3 ODST, Killzone 2, Bayonetta, Prototype, Grand Theft Auto 4, Forza Motorsport 3, Chronicles of Riddick again, Sims 3, Plants vs. Zombies, DJ Hero, Red Faction Guerrilla, Angry Birds, Arma 2, holy. New Super Mario Bros. Wii. League of Legends. It's also when the Wii came out, so Wii Sports was the highest selling game that year. Holy fuck. Out of the top 10 highest selling games of that year, the Wii was number 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Only 3 games in the top 10 were not Wii, and that was Modern Warfare 2, Assassin's Creed 2, and Resident Evil 5. Different times, man. All right, chat. Well, all things considered, regardless, here, there, and everywhere, 'twas a fantastic stream. I have a whole lot of work I need to do, chat. We got a really big, important thing happening next week, and so I have a lot more I need to get done with. I know it's only 3 hours of yapping, but I will be on tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to playing Silent Hill 2 when I do. So, in the time frame, we're gonna raid Cotton, because she was here making fun of me, and I'm gonna fucking send you all off to her and make you yell at her. A quick warning, chat. Cotton has a lot of content, some of it very adult. If you are listening on like a TV speaker or something of that nature, I would just be a little bit careful. All right? Good to know. Wonderful. Thank you all very, very much, chat, for being around. Thank you for the support, and I will see you later. Have a good one.